Buffalo Wild Wings.
BNC has been here for over 25 years.
We're still a community bank that's there for you.
When you come in with your business plan, your vision, your idea, we can make it a reality.
I love seeing projects come alive for our clients.
We're real people helping real people.
We know you, and we're always happy to see you.
We build relationships. You're part of the BNC family.
We are part of the community.
It's what we're built on.
Yours truly, BNC.
You remember where this goes?
I don't know.
Are you sure it was a clicking and not a zoom, zoom?
I think your quash litter valve's stuck.
Do you even have insurance?
If we soak it, it should be good.
No matter how much you know or don't know about your vehicle, trust the experts at Tires Plus. Real answers from real mechanics.
Inspections are free to ensure your vehicle is always in peak condition.
Thinking service? Think Tires Plus.
With 26 flavors, got a sauce for every squad. Don't drip on the drip. The greatest of all times. Buffalo Wild Wings.
You have built an amazing life by working hard and doing your job well. Delivering financial advice is what we do well. At Ameriprise Financial, our job is to use our skills, experience, and research to help you become more successful in today's economy. What we want you to walk away from each encounter with is satisfaction in knowing that together, we've done what we can to help you work toward a better future.
Thanks for buying some fruit.
The magic of what we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care. Here at Premier Chiropractic, we love combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. We found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have 3 chiropractors to fit the needs of the entire family, a rehab area for our exercises and equipment, for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, talk to State Farm agent Michael Lee Braun in Minot today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Each and every young basketball player across the great state of North Dakota has one dream. That's winning a state championship and getting to the B. Here in Region 6, 4 teams still have that dream alive. Welcome into semifinal night to the Region 6 tournament on the PSP Network. It should be a dandy tonight from the MSU Dome. High on top of Monarchs North Hill. Welcome into our Shields pregame show for the matchup tonight that we'll see the Velva Aggies taking on the Rugby Panthers, an all-district number 11 matchup to start our doubleheader tonight. Then we'll move to an all-district 12 showdown tonight with the matchup with MLS and Bishop Ryan. Good evening, basketball fans, and welcome into our Shields pregame show. Shields of Minot brings you the pregame show tonight. They offer everything from clothing and footwear to gear and hunting and fishing goods, sporting goods, anything for all your passions, they have it at Scheels. I bought my golf clubs there last summer. Let me tell you, my golf game's never been the same ever since. Scheels brings you the pregame show here tonight. Dominic Holberg joined tonight by Mr. Lane Fleur. Thanks for some time here tonight. Are you ready for a semifinal showdown tonight? Is there any team that really hops off the paper that's left in the bracket that is somebody that is a real favorite right now?
I wouldn't say they're a real favorite. If I had to pick one, Bishop Ryan would be the one that I'd pick right now. I think they're playing the best. They've been the most consistent down the stretch here, but I think all four teams could come out of there if they play two really good games. And this first matchup between Rugby and Velva, it was a bloodbath right away. It was I was just telling you after 3, Velva was winning. Rugby ended up winning by, I believe it was around 14, 16 points. Pulled away at the very end, made free throws and such. But this should be another great battle. Both these teams know each other extremely well. Isaac Sondral and Sancher coach against each other the last 4 years. They know everything. So this is going to be a who probably does a little bit something a little bit different, and who can. I think whoever jumps out right away is going to have the big advantage.
Let's take a look at this matchup here in game number 1 here tonight, Lane. And the matchup on paper presented tonight by Clean Tech. Don't forget about Clean Tech's 24/7 disaster response and restoration services. Find them online. CleanTechLLC.us, coming to the rescue since 1992. Let's start with the Rugby Panthers. Eric Foster comes in leading the charge for the Panthers, 13 points per game for him. They've got some other guys that can fill it up, including Brody Schneibel. On the other side, it's the big man, Caden Chadwick, averaging 10 points per night, leading the charge right now. Then you've got Bodine with 8 and Ben Shep with 8. We don't see a real runaway train as far as a top MVP in this contest coming into the showdown here tonight. But what we do know is both these teams certainly have some talent and some athletes on both sides.
Yeah, so I mean, you look at their school. I mean, they're talented in every sport they play with, and Velva, they don't have where they got 3, 1 at 10 and 2 at 8, and the other ones are right around the 6 mark. Any day it could be anybody different. So and they play about 2 or 3 off the bench. You go to the Rugby side. I mean, it starts with Foster and Schneibel inside. But the Vetch kid had a big day that first round of regionals where he came out and scored 8 points in the first quarter. So anybody on that floor is capable of scoring. It's just going to be one. I think a role player tonight is going to be the difference maker. And whichever team has that role maker, maybe go off for 15, 16 points, that might be the difference.
It's going to be a wild ride tonight. Semifinals usually are. That's a look into the player matchup tonight. Again, brought to you by Clean Tech. Coming to the rescue since 1992, it's CleanTechLLC.us. The UPS store brings you a look into both of these programs here tonight as well. The UPS store located on South Broadway in Minot. They're open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 7. Saturdays, 8:30 to 3. The UPS store located in the Marketplace Foods Plaza for all of your packing and shipping needs. About the Rugby Panthers, well, they've got 5 region titles. Their last came, guess when? Last year. They defend the crown here in the Region 6 championship. They go against a team that's never won a region title, and to our knowledge, the last time they were even in the semifinals was 2011. Now, on the other side of the table for this Velva Aggies basketball team, you look at what their girls program has done, and man, has it been Heartbreak Hotel for the blue and yellow for the ladies from Velva as well. 13 times in that region title matchup. They've only made it to the big dance, the State B, one time. That was 1998. Aggie fans remember that year well. They won the State B. Is this one of those seasons that the Velva Aggies can do that? They come in at 17-6 tonight, taking on the Panthers at 12-9. This is our Scheels pregame show. When we come back, we're going to have our national anthem and our opening tip-off tonight, along with our official introductions on the court. Are you ready for some good basketball tonight, or what?
It should be exciting. I mean, I've been waiting for it all day long.
I've been waiting for it since Tuesday.
Well, since Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday morning.
Mother Nature won that one. She's not going to win tonight. The teams are in the venue. Hope you're locked and loaded for the Region 6 semis here on the PSP Network.
Ackerman Esvold, your neighbors, friends, and family who are working for you. The local team with local availability and accountability. For all of your engineering, architecture, environmental, transportation, and land development needs, your project can rely on Ackerman Esvold. Find them online at ackermanesvold.com. When you start your project, talk with Ackerman Surveying and Associates. Our experienced surveying team guides you in the right direction with planning, platting, and lot and boundary surveys. The trusted name in land surveying, the trusted name in architecture and engineering is Ackerman Surveying and Ackerman Esvold. Find them at ackermanesvold.com.
Find the full lineup at Swenson RV and Marine in Monaghan, Bismarck, or online, swensonrv.com.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, talk to State Farm agent Michael Lee Braun in Minot today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Back to our Shields pregame show. We're going to hop right into honoring our great country. The singing of our nation's national anthem. Here's Steve Pinto, the PA announcer here at the MSU Dome, and the voice of Region number 6.
Fitzsimmons, a freshman in Mulhall, Lansford, Sherwood.
God bless our servicemen and women. God bless our veterans. God bless America. Beautiful rendition of our nation's national anthem as we get set and ready for the Region 6 semifinals here tonight on the PSP Network. The Region 6 tournament brought to you in part by our premier sponsors, Michael Braun Insurance and the Michael Braun State Farm Insurance Agency, our good friends at Ackerman Esvold and Swenson RV and Marine in Monaghan, Bismarck. Home to Tracker Boats. They bring you tournament time here on the PSP Network, along with our friends at Buffalo Wild Wings of Bismarck. Let me tell you, the tournaments have been a lot of fun to be a part of. The State A continuing on today with boys and girls action from the Bismarck Event Center. Any local fans of the Monaghan High Magicians, they got through with a nail-biter today. Derek Descent in overtime sent the Magi into the semifinals. Monaghan High girls play the nightcap tonight. Scott Cattell on the PSP Network. He's got the call of that one tonight on the PSP Network. You've got Todd Domrys with the call of Region 5, their title tonight. And then Chuck Claremont and Scott Woodmansey have the call of the State A, the remainder of the boys' quarterfinal matchups on the PSP Network here today. You're dialed in, locked and loaded from the MSU Dome for the Region 6 semifinals here tonight. It's Nick Holberg alongside of Lane Fleur. For our Shields pregame show tonight, Shields of Minot, they offer everything you need from sporting goods to fishing and fashion, you name it. Shields of Minot brings you the pregame show here tonight. Lane will bring you back in after a beautiful rendition of our nation's national anthem here tonight. Is there one key in this matchup with the Rugby Panthers at 12-9 and the Velva Aggies at 17-6 that hops off the paper to you as a key to the game here tonight?
I think it's going to be who controls the paint. Both of them like to get the ball down low. Both of them like to control the rebounding side of the game. I think whichever team right away can still their dominance inside the paint, and then also limit the other side to one shot. Don't let them get any second chance opportunities.
You refereed this matchup earlier on this year of District 11 foes earlier this season. Is there one thing that you remember the most about that one? I know that you touched on this a bit earlier in the pregame show, but anyone that missed it tonight?
It was a physical basketball game. You wouldn't expect anything else coming from Velva and Rugby. Both very proud schools of everything that they do, and right now that game about a month ago doesn't mean a whole lot coming in right now, but I expect the same type of game. I know these officials will let they'll let the boys decide it out there, and so that's why I think the paint play, what happens down in the post, is going to be a big factor in this game.
Final break on our Shields pregame show. When we come back, guess what? It's time for the opening tip-off from the MSU Dome. Semifinals of the Region 6 tournament are upon us tonight. Buckle in tight. Bringing it to you live on the PSP Network. There's nothing better than semifinals of any sport. Something special about the semifinals of the Region 6 tournament or any of these Class B regions. So many teams across the state of North Dakota, so many great players, so many big matchups, big shots, big moments, you name it. Tonight we're in store for that again. The Region 6 finals start now on the PSP Network. I couldn't be more jacked. Thanks for joining us tonight. To get it's Nick Holberg alongside of Lane Fleur on the call here tonight. Velva's in blue, Rugby's in white. We're underway with the opening tip, controlled by Kyle Sandy, and the Aggies have the basketball to start things off tonight here at the MSU Dome. In the paint right away, and a quick shot came up from Caden Chadwick, his first 2 points of the ball game.
If he gets going down there, it could be a long night. That's exactly the start Velva wants. A turnover there by Rugby. I bet you they go right back to Chadwick in the post here.
Chadwick's a big kid, 6'6". He's a senior. He's a player that plays multiple sports for the Velva Aggies program, and a kid that on the hardwood, not necessarily a basketball phenom by any means, but his athleticism and size really are the difference maker.
Well, there's a reason why he's going to NDSU to play football. It's not because he's just a big kid. He can move, and another turnover there by Velva. But he's a big kid that can move, and they see a lot of potential in him, and he reminds me a lot of the Luke Bacon and the Volsons that came out of the Drake-Granville area.
Basketball controlled by the Rugby Panthers. An all-right crowd on hand tonight. It's certainly not great by any means, but the weather outside certainly not favorable for traveling here tonight. Certainly if you're coming this direction, be safe as you do so here tonight. 7:16 left in our opening quarter of basketball. Rugby threw the ball away, but it was actually off of Velva, so it's the Panthers with the ball back. This is Logan Harner that handles here. He kicks it to the near side over to Vetch in the corner. 3 attempt coming, counted, three-pointer. And the first points of the night for the Panthers are from behind the stripe for Eric Foster.
Yeah, he can shoot the ball from anywhere, but when he really gets going is when he gets his post game going. But if he gets his three-point going early, it's just going to make everything more efficient for him.
Schneibel, Harner, Foster, along with DeMont Gidney along with Vetch were the starters tonight here for the Panthers. The Aggies started with Kraft along with Bodine, Shep, Sandy, and Chadwick. Handling the basketball up top, this is Ben Shep. Over in the corner, dishes back over to Sandy. Sandy works it up top, right on top of the Beaver head at center court. Comes down to the corner, work back into the inside. Here's the big man, Chadwick, turnaround left-handed. He's blocked on the play. Nice stop there from Schneibel. Shot clock violation, but it was the Panthers that had possession of the ball anyway, so they're going to reset the shot clock. And Rugby goes to work with the ball here with 6:30 left in our opening half of basketball.
Yeah, that's what Velva's they like to do. They like to work the ball around and get a good shot there. They got the ball where they wanted to, but that was great defense there by Schneibel on Chadwick down there.
Corey Vetch with the basketball. Dribbles it in. Now he works it up top. They work it inside the lane again with the ball. This is Schneibel with it. Delivers back over DeMont Gidney. Help me with that name, will you? I do apologize.
Yeah, I think you got it there.
DeMont Gidney's got it, but it's the Aggies that take it away. I do apologize here. Inside turnaround, little jump shot. This one off the mark. That one missed from Bodine. And the basketball is going to go off the Panthers, and it will be Velva basketball. Here with 5:56 left in our first quarter of basketball. 3-2 on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. It's Rugby on top on the three-point attempt from Eric Foster. He had 13 points in the quarterfinals to lead the Panthers. Some good performances in the quarterfinals from the Velva Aggies. The one with the most was Ben Shep. He had 22. Here's Chadwick with the basketball. Right to the charity stripe. Stops and pops. Bounces around. Falls in. Chadwick's got himself 4. And the Aggies have their first lead here on 4-3, or their second lead of the ball game, I should say.
Yeah, well, I think Sanger would be okay with him, them giving that shot up to Chadwick. That's not exactly where they wanted to, but I do expect Ben Shep here to get into this. He has not shot yet, and there's Sandy with a nice transition layup there.
Sandy's got his first 2 points in the ball game. 6'3" junior on the board, and Velva's got back-to-back buckets. Here's Rugby on the other side. Hello, not my house, coming up big. Reggie Bruder comes up and stuffs that one away. That gets the fans elevated here at the Dome.
Yeah, you know, it looks like Velva must have went to Shields and got all their camel stuff down there. It's Camel Day down there. They got really excited about that. And hopefully your mic down there is okay on the basket there.
Yeah,
he about shattered it.
Heard that thing take a little bit of a hit, didn't we? Here's an air ball that came just not enough on the attempt there from Eric Foster, so it will be Aggie basketball.
You know, it's early in the game right now, but this is a big possession for Velva. To get this to a 5-point, 6-point lead early would be big for them, give them the confidence. And it also puts a little bit more pressure on Rugby there. It's tough to beat a team over and over again, and right now that's the way it has been with Rugby against Velva.
Chadwick with the basketball, spin move in the lane, taken away here. It's stripped, and the Panthers bring it back across with Foster. He's into the paint. Little step through, puts it up off the window, no good. Chadwick down with the board. We go back the other way. When you look at Velva, is there any confidence factor in the fact that the program hasn't had a ton of success on the hardwood, or do you think that plays a factor to these kids at all?
You know what? I can use kind of my own personal experience. So when I played in Stanley, we hadn't made the state tournament since 1938 when I was there. And we were kind of like the Velva girls. We were in the region championship a lot, but we couldn't ever get it. I don't believe, talking to Coach Weidler on Monday night, he does not believe Velva's ever been in the region championship. So I mean, for a history of that type of school to never play in a region championship is significant. So I do believe the kids are probably thinking about it a little bit, but they want to be the ones that break it. And I think that's exactly what Chadwick's having, a huge first quarter here with 6 there already.
And a 5-point lead. Rugby's got the basketball here. The problem for everybody else inside of District number 11, judging by how Velva does in boys athletics on the football and baseball fields, they get a region championship here, look out, and that might really start a buzz around town, and Velva might be off to the races over.
Yeah, I mean, they just have great athletes that come through their school, and, you know, Coach Sandy has built an absolute powerhouse in football. Their baseball coaches have used that same culture. You know, it just flows well there, and they've been that good since the 90s, so it's been a lot of fun.
Velva gets the ball back. 3 on the dot to play here in the first quarter of basketball tonight. Again, Nick Holberg and Lane Fleur on the call. Thanks for joining us tonight for the Region 6 semifinals. This tournament coverage brought to you by Stevens Grain Cleaning and Seed Sales of Glenburn, Bros Funeral Home of Bull Hall, Flower Central and Minot, Stevens Welding Machine in Glenburn, and of course those premier sponsors, Swenson RV and Marine and Minot and Bismarck, home of Tracker Boats, Ackerman Esvold and Michael Broad, State Farm Insurance Agency. We sure thank all those sponsors helping with tournament coverage. And from downtown, Carter Newman's into the ball game, and he hits for 3.
And a timeout rugby here, 30-second timeout. Big start for Velva, exactly what they want, and it's 11-3. They're jacked on the bench. This is going to be a good one.
3-inch Galactic Pizza is out of this world. There's nothing like it anywhere else in Minot. Too much to handle? Try one of our famous large specialty pizzas like the Blue Buffalo. Get the best pizza in Minot and play some laser tag. At Planet Pizza, South Broadway, Minot.
Thanks for buying some fruit.
Get a good look at the student sections here tonight. You mentioned the camouflage in this one, and right now it's the Velva Aggies with an 11-3 lead. They're hiding the duck blind themselves right here, coming out on a heater to start things off in the region semifinals here tonight. Rugby's got the basketball, however, and up top it's Ripplinger that's got it into the lane. It's going to be kicked around to the outside. Comes over to Will Kuntz, and Kuntz handles here. Ball goes back up top now to Logan Harner. Harner's going to fire. That one's off the mark. Into the lane it comes. And the ball is going to belong here to the Rugby Panthers. They're going to go back. Sorry, the Velva Aggies as it goes off for Rugby.
You know, right now you can just see it. Velva's just outplaying Rugby. There's a little bit more energy, a little bit more excitement there. Every play they're getting fist bumps and they're getting excited about. Rugby's going to have to match that intensity.
Velva with the basketball. They kick it outside and work it back around to Kyle Sandy. Up top it came down to Modine. Up at the point, this is Shep. Over in the corner, it's worked back away here to Newman. Newman into the lane. Hello, there's a stop from Schneibel. He got up and made the block, and now we go back the other way for the Panthers as Ripplinger's got it here. Work back around the perimeter. Ripplinger's got it.
2-3 zone now.
Up top, worked into the paint again. Comes back away now to Harner. Harner's going to be stripped here on the play, and we go the other way for the Aggies with the basketball. This is Shep that's got it. And Mike Anderson's got the call on the near side. This is going to be the first foul of the ball game.
Yep. No, I mean, it's been a clean game. It's been a physical game already with both teams trying to pound it inside. See, we got Chadwick coming in and Schneibel coming out. So we'll see. It looks like Sullivan will be the one guarding Chadwick there. I look to see they get Chadwick the ball on the block. He's got the size advantage. He's just a little bit bigger than Sullivan there.
Ball was charged on Ripplinger. That's his first personal first team foul. Aggies are going to toss the basketball away as Chadwick threw that one down into the corner. And the Panthers get the ball back. Rugby on the other side, when you look at what they've been able to do in their time in North Dakota high school basketball, their best year in memory as of recent was 2015 when they won the state championship. You go back in the record books, and they had some appearances in their early days. Here's a quick shot that came up from Eric Foster, and he's got 5 in the ball game. Lead cut to 6. We're under a minute to play in the first quarter of basketball.
Yeah, Foster has all 5 for Rugby right now. You know, he's going to probably have to be the scorer for them tonight, but he's going to need help from, like we talked about in the pregame, some of those role players are going to have to get in double digits for them to be successful. Nope.
Ball's going to go off the Panthers here. Velva's going to get the basketball back. Certainly not the most well-tuned first quarter of basketball. Here's some nerves maybe taking part in this tonight.
Yeah, I think there's been a lot of turnovers, a lot of near turnovers where we passed it, but it's been tipped out of bounds, but it hasn't been a very good pass. But, you know, I look to both teams will settle down here. That was a big stop there by Rugby. They need a basket here. If they can get the basket, they can take a little bit of that momentum away from them.
Step back 3 coming. That one off the mark there from Ripplinger. Velva's got the ball.
Yep, and now we can just reverse it. I mean, Velva gets a big one here. Watch how excited their crowd gets. Watch how excited the players get here. Big possession here for Velva.
All right, kids, caught him down. We're at 2 seconds. Here's a shot that's off the mark. Hail Mary to the other end of the floor. That one's going to miss as well. We are through our first quarter of basketball. 11-5. It's the Aggies that are on top of the Panthers tonight on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. It's Region 6 semifinal action right here on the PSP Network.
Life is all about moments. Big moments. Small moments. And those moments you can't put into words. It's how we at First International Bank and Trust live first and have been for more than 110 years. One customer, one family, one moment at a time. First International Bank and Trust. Live first.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
High up from the third floor at the MSU Dome, we enter quarter number 2 on the PSP Network for North Dakota High School Basketball Region 6 semifinals here tonight. Nick Holberg and Lane Fleur. Lane, I got to tell you, I'm not the biggest fan of heights by any means. My chair was just rocking a little bit up here on this third level. I got the immediate feeling in my belly like I was going over the edge here. So if I grab onto your knee, man, just hang on tight.
I got you.
11-5 here in this one right now with Velva on top. This one off the window, no good. Bounced around, comes away, back to the Aggies, and we go back to the other end of the floor. But there's going to be a stop in the play and a travel violation there on the Aggies, I do believe, with 7:25 left here in the opening half.
Yeah, 2 possessions there, one by Rugby, one by Velva, that both coaches wish they could come back. They didn't get a really good shot from Rugby. Went hard off the glass, wasn't really even close, and then just dribbling up the sidelines, we just lose it right out of bounds. Not the start they wanted the second quarter here. Rugby needs a basket.
Off the window, too strong. Ball's going to come back away to the Aggies, and they run and gun down with Reggie Bruner. Bruner's got it into the lane, nice little move. Jump step, that one's off the window and in. And Sandy's got himself 2 more points. That's 4 for him in the ball game. Chadwick has 6, Sandy has 2. Sandy has 4, and Newman has that 3-pointer to get them to 13 and a 13-5 lead. Rugby on the other side. Here's the jump shot, and Garrett Sullivan drops it in. Cuts the lead to 5.
They were letting him shoot it there. Chadwick stayed in the paint. Sullivan took the one dribble like he's shooting a free throw, stepped up and knocked down the 3-pointer from the wing there.
Make sure to vote for this week's Jersey Mike's Player of the Week on the PSP Network. Jersey Mike subs is a sub above. They bring you the action on the PSP Network all season long. Here's Chadwick, that one from behind the arc. He's off the mark on the front of the rim. There's a collision, and with the basketball, it's going to be Rugby that gets the possession as there's a foul charged here. And that's going to be on Chadwick, his first personal. That's the first team foul of the half on the Velva Aggies. 1 foul on each side. And for as sloppy as this one's been, it's been contested well without any falls really in this one. Only 2 to report so far.
Yep, sloppy and how physical it's been. It's going good, but I know these officials are going to let them play here. They want the kids to decide who's going to the region championship tomorrow night.
There's another foul that's going to be charged on Reggie Bruner, his first personal.
Right as I said it.
We had an interesting conversation. I did the state high school hockey tournament this year from the Shields Arena in Fargo, and I had the opportunity to interview a referee by the name of Dan Emery, who was selected for his 5th appearance at the state high school hockey tournament as an official. And we had a great conversation. I asked him some questions, and some hard questions, frankly, about officiating and getting some wrong and some right. I used to be a little harder on referees in my younger days, and now I realize that they're just guys like you that are out there making pennies on the dollar to get a little exercise and at least have somebody to officiate these games. And he had some of the best advice I've heard yet when I asked him what his message to fans would be that maybe don't control themselves as well. And this ball's on the ground, by the way. We're going to have a jump basketball, is that right? Or is there a
No,
foul
it's a
charge?
foul on Sullivan there.
Garrett Sullivan, his first personal, second team foul. Anyway, Dan Emery's message was basically just that, hey, we as referees expect you to scream, we expect you to yell, you can boo, you can do all that stuff. Just do not make it personal. When you make it personal and you look for a guy in the parking lot after a game, I mean, that's getting to the point where it's getting a little crazy. And just a friendly reminder, I posted that on our Facebook the other day with Jeff Risk, former referee from Minot with 40 years of experience, 38 state tournaments for him. He got inducted, or he's going to be inducted into the High School Sports Hall of Fame across America. Only the 13th ever that's happened inside of North Dakota from somebody from North Dakota.
Yeah, that's an unbelievable award, and, you know, very well deserved. You know, Chadwick picks up his second foul 90 feet away from the basket, and I know Coach Weiler was just giving them the business on the sideline, saying, hey, you got to be smarter than that. We need you. But, yeah, what an award by Jeff. Now we got another foul. You know, as soon as I said we're not going to have many fouls, we've called 5 or 6 here in the last 2 minutes. But
it's open wide up. That one was on Garrett Sullivan, by the way.
But, yeah, going back to what you said about, you know, it's fun when crowds get into it. And, you know, as a referee, I coach football. You know, I wouldn't say I would be a hypocrite if I said I don't yell at the officials a little bit there. You know, but as a basketball official, you know, it's kind of fun. And a lot of times you expect coaches to yell, and they got to stick up for their team. They got to do things to try to motivate them a little bit. So, like, I agree with him 100%. Just don't make it personal, and you know, and a lot of times with coaches and referees, they're really good friends afterwards, and they can be enemies on the court at the time, but you know, they're you know, hanging out afterwards, talking basketball, trying to make it a better for everybody.
Foul underneath. That was Eric Foster, by the way, that scored. Foster right now in the ball game with 7. He averages 13 per night. He had 13 in the quarters, as we mentioned. It's going to be a foul on Sandy, and that's going to be Kyle Sandy's first personal. That's the 4th team foul on the Velva Aggies. 3-point lead here for Velva on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard here tonight from the Region 6 semifinals. Again, Nick Holberg alongside of Lane Fleur. This is Brody Schneibel that's at the charity stripe. His second opportunity from the free throw line. Gets the second one to fall, and now 50% are the Rugby Panthers from the line here tonight. That was the first trip to the free throw line tonight for the Panthers.
Yep, for either team. No, it's been, got it. Sandy.
Kyle Sandy's got 6 in the ball game on the give and go. We're going to start playing some street ball now as we open it up just a bit. Ball comes back away now to Foster. Steps back. Yep. 3-pointer, nothing but net. And Eric Foster buries one from downtown. And hello, the Panthers are within 1. Closest they've been since the start of the ball game here tonight. And the Aggies go back to work over the timeline with the basketball as Preston Kraft dribbles here. Guarded heavily on top of him. That's Harner. Kraft looks for the outlet, finds it. Sandy on the near side. Shot clock in play here. The Class B ranks these days. Doesn't matter on this play as Will Kuntz goes down, lays it up.
Good defense.
Can't get that one to fall as Kuntz was denied on the play. And we go back the other way now for the Aggies, where we go back away to Carter Newman. There's going to be a timeout called here by Isaac Sondrel. Sondrel in his 5th year with the Velva Aggies wants to talk things over as the lead is diminished to 1. It's 15-14 on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. It's the Region 6 tournament here on the PSP Network.
Life is all about moments. Big moments. Small moments. And those moments you can't put into words. It's how we at First International Bank and Trust live first and have been for more than 110 years. One customer, one family, one moment at a time. First International Bank and Trust. Live first.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
'Cause your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today. For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today. For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today. For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today. For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today. For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today. For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today. For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today. For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today. For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today. For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today. For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State
If you want the real deal, talk to State Farm agent Michael Lee Braun in Minot today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
3:05 to play here in the first half of basketball. It's 15-14 at our first International Bank and Trust scoreboard, and it's the Aggies on top. But it's the Panthers with the basketball off of the missed shot there. Ball comes back into the possession here. The Aggies as that one's going to go off a leg, and then Preston Kraft has it, delivers it forward. Ben Shemp up.
You know, there probably aren't as many turnovers as it feels like in this game, but so many tipped basketballs, so many disrupting the flow of the game a little bit. It just feels a little bit choppy there for, 4 minute to the 2 minute or 3 minute mark there. Rugby had a nice flow to the game, but other than that, it's been really choppy for both teams. Both sides will be looking at after half. Let's get some flow going. Let's get some, get into our sets and see how we can do. We're just not, their shots aren't even really close right now. Everybody's kind of struggling.
Preston Kraft missed at the other end. Then the shot came up from Harner. He missed as well. There's going to be a fall on the play coming here. That one's going to be on
Kuntz.
Will Kuntz, number 20, his first personal. Fourth team foul. You look at the enrollments of both of these schools. 170 enrolled at Rugby, 130 at Velva. Around the same size as far as the amount of students that attend both those schools. That enrollment doesn't always matter. However, something in the water in certain territories. Look at Velva, what they've done on the football field. A lot of teams around the state and programs around the state would kill for the opportunity to have as many state championships as Larry Sandy and the crew have out there.
And they're supposed to be 9-man most of the time, but they opt up.
Ball sent inside, taken away there on the inside play from Eric Fosterman. He's been good tonight here in the Region 6 semis. That one goes off the hands of Reggie Bruner. Nice defense from him, and out of bounds it went. Down to a minute 49 left here in the first half of basketball, 15-14. The Aggies are on top. And I got to tell you, I'm worried that by the time I get home tonight, I'm going to be in trouble. My wife left hamburger out to make dinner tonight, and I thought it was left on for too long, so I threw it right in the dumpster before I left, thinking I was doing everybody a favor. Apparently she took it out before she went to work today, so
yep.
I'm in trouble. If I don't show up tomorrow night, you know why.
Yep, you're going to have to go get some hamburger.
Ball's taken away here by the Aggies, but there's a stop on the play. Brandon Beaters here. He could call the show, I think.
Yep.
He'll be all right. Sure appreciate Brandon for all his hard work on the PSP network over these last few months and throughout the entire winter sports season, really, and fall season. Basketball's on the floor. It comes back into the paint here, and we're going to have a travel violation. Aggies get the ball back with a minute 22 remaining here in our first half of basketball. It's still 15-14. And on top of this one, it's the Aggies that haven't scored in a while, trying to hang on to that 1-point lead right now here at the MSU Dome. The other problem is with that conversation that we were just having is that doesn't sound very good for the leftover situation when I get home for the semifinals tonight.
You might want to stop at a fast foods establishment on the way home.
3-point attempts off the mark there from Preston Kraft. It's going to be a foul underneath, and it's going to be Rugby basketball. Ball's going to be on the Aggies. Hard to see it from up here on the third floor. It's going to be on Ben Shemp, and Shemp's got his second personal. 6-team foul.
Yeah, Shep and Chadwick both have 2. Which, a minute left here isn't a big deal, but they won't want to pick up their third early in the third going forward. We've been stuck on 15-14 for the last 4.5 minutes here. Whichever team goes into half here is going to have a little bit of momentum, but 14-15, I don't think either coach is too thrilled about their offensive production here.
Isaac Sondrel over on the top of your screen. He's in the black top with the gray pants. Isaac Sondrel, you may not know this, but he's known in the dirt track racing world as one of the best. 3-pointer from the corner, and the Panthers are on the board as Ryland Hildebrand, 6-foot-tall sophomore, comes into the ball game, and that's a 3-pointer. Half a minute to play in the opening half. Aggies with the basketball. They trail now for the first time in the ball game. Ball's up top now here for the Aggies again, they work it around the perimeter as it comes here to Hank Bodine. Worked over to the elbow, turning in towards the lane. Sandy puts it up, bounces around, falls in, and Kyle Sandy has himself a quiet 8 points in a tied first half of basketball. All right, kids, count them down, 6 seconds. Now 5, now 4. 3 attempt from the corner, no good. Here's one more chance coming at the buzzer. They're going to have to fire. It's up, has a chance. No good on the miss coming there from Reggie Bruner. And we've reached our halfway point of semifinal number 1 tonight on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. 17-17 ball game. We've reached our premier chiropractic halftime report. Premier Chiropractic ND.com. Experience the difference in the Magic City. When we come back to our break, we'll talk about the numbers in the first half. We'll have some corrections from the coaching brain of Lane Fleurer. We'll take a look around the state of North Dakota as well on what other regions are doing and who is looking to punch their ticket into the big dance at the MSU Dome coming up a week from today. First half's in the books from the semi, 17s on the board from the MSU Dome. It's North Dakota High School basketball on the PSP Network.
What we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care. Here at Premier Chiropractic, we love combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. We found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have 3 chiropractors to fit the needs of the entire family, a rehab area for our exercises and equipment for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, talk to State Farm agent Michael Lee Braun in Minot today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Ackerman Esvold, your neighbors, friends, and family who are working for you. The local team with local availability and accountability for all of your engineering, architecture, environmental, transportation, and land development needs. Your project can rely on Ackerman Esvold. Find them online at AckermanEsvold.com. When you start your project, talk with Ackerman Surveying and Associates. Our experienced surveying team guides you in the right direction with planning, platting, and lot and boundary surveys. The trusted name in land surveying, the trusted name in architecture and engineering is Ackerman Surveying and Ackerman Esvold. Find them at AckermanEsvold.com.
Find the full lineup at Swenson RV and Marine in Minot and Bismarck or online, SwensonRV.com.
Oh, easy, easy. I think I'm good. You got my good side, right? Not too many lights. I don't want to get fried before my time. Oh, it's egg-tastic. You never know what dish you're going to end up in. My dream dish is a 99. It's so popular. Me and a fellow egg tag teaming with some crispy golden hash browns. Have you seen those hash browns? Those guys are shredded. Throw in some diced ham, onions, and melted cheese. Oh, it's a party for your taste buds. Oh, here comes Chevy. Hold on, Chevy. Did you guys get everything that you needed? 99. Here I come. Schatz Crossroads. It's an excellent place to eat.
Well, it hasn't been pretty, but it's been good for the Velma Aggies right now because we've got ourselves a 17-17 ball game as we reach the Premier Chiropractic halftime report. Premier Chiropractic focused on improving the overall health of Minot and the surrounding areas through the most cutting-edge advances in natural health care today. Find them online, premierchiropracticnd.com. Talk to Dr. Becky Perry-Domries, Dr. Kirk Mason, or Dr. Cody Haugen at Premier Chiropractic. That's our family's chiropractic choice in the Magic City. Alongside of Lane Fleur, I'm Nick Holberg. Thanks for joining us for the ball game tonight. Winner moves on to the region championship. More importantly, they keep their state tournament hopes alive. Your thoughts on that first half of basketball here tonight? Is this where Velva wants to have rugby at this point to the ball game?
You know, I think it definitely being a 17-17 game is where Velva wanted to be. You know, it's a little bit probably an uglier game than either team wanted. Knowing both Sandra and Sandra all there, but at the same time, both of them are in the locker room, guys. Hey, the first half didn't happen. So whoever executes here in the second half is going to punch their ticket to the region championship tomorrow. I still look for both teams to try to get the ball in the paint. The outside shots are not falling right now for either one. So I look the ball to get in the paint, whether it's Foster driving the ball for rugby, trying to get it down to Schneibel, and then on the other side, Chadwick, Rodine, Sandy, and Shep down there, see if they can get going in the paint area.
Time to take a look at our first half numbers brought to you by Prestwich Orthodontics. Prestwich Orthodontics specializing in braces and Invisalign for all ages. We offer free consultations and financing options to make it easy to take your smile to the next level. Call 852-2646 or visit minotbraces.com today to get started with a free virtual consultation. Prestwich Orthodontics brings you the reset and the numbers at the half. Velva led in scoring by Kyle Sandy. He's got 8 in the first half, 6 for Chadwick and 3 for Carter Newman. It was an Aggies team that went 6 for 22 from field goal range. A team that picked up 17 rebounds in the first half. They out-rebounded Rugby by 4. Rugby had 13 rebounds, and they went 8 for 21 from the field. 10 points for Eric Foster. He leads all scorers in the ball game. 2 for Sullivan and 3 for Ryland Hildebrand. Got 1 on the board for Schneibel. That came from behind the free throw line. Those are the numbers to report at the half. It's 17-17. At our halftime here tonight, we'll come back to our Premier Chiropractic intermission report, but only to put a cap on it because it's time for our second half of basketball when we return. We're deadlocked at 17. Second half is next on the PSP Network.
What we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care. Here at Premier Chiropractic, we love combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. We found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have 3 chiropractors to fit the needs of the entire family, a rehab area for our exercises and equipment, for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love. The magic of what we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care. Here at Premier Chiropractic, we love combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. We found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have 3 chiropractors to fit the needs of the entire family, a rehab area for our exercises and equipment for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
I'm Lorelei McIver. I'm a senior at Glenburn High School and I'm going to Minot State. I'm super excited. Glenburn's very familiar with Minot. We've always been connected with Minot State. Knowing that they are doing a Hometown Pride Scholarship was just kind of nice because then it's very inclusive. They're all so welcoming. And
the magic of what we do really comes down to combining.
I'm Lorelei McIver. I'm a senior at Glenburn High School and I'm going to Minot.
Well, that will put a cap on our Premier Chiropractic intermission report. Premier Chiropractic ND.com, focused on improving the overall health of Minot and the surrounding areas with the most cutting-edge advances in natural health care today. Find them online, Premier Chiropractic ND.com. Nick Holmberg and Lane Fleur, time for our second half of basketball here tonight. Of semifinal number 1, we're tied at 17s on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. Valva with the basketball. They'll go to work as they send it to the near side, but it's going to be knocked out of bounds. Want to thank our tournament coverage providers and some of our partners on the PSP network, including Stevens Grain Cleaning and Seed Sales of Glenburn, Rose Funeral Home of Bow Hall, Flower Central of Minot, Stevens Welding Machine in Glenburn. Big thanks to Michael Braun of the Michael Braun State Farm Insurance Agency, Ackerman Esfold, Swenson RV and Marine, Minot and Bismarck, home of the Tracker Boats. Got to tell you, every time I see that Swenson ad, I couldn't be more excited for summer to roll around. I don't have a boat quite like that, but I've got one that gets me around Old Lake Metagoshi. I can't even wait to get out on the water and get some sun.
It looks like the rugby fans are thinking summer too in their construction outfits. You know, and we got two seasons in North Dakota. We have construction season and winter season, so they have some happy thoughts down there.
They absolutely do. That basketball's going to go out of bounds here. 7:18 left in the third quarter. 17's on the board. Michael Braun, State Farm Insurance Agency, is your go-to agent in Minot for the service that you deserve and the price that you want. Stop shopping around. State Farm agent Michael Braun has you covered. 838-0713 for surprisingly great rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Michael Braun brings you the ball game tonight. Here's the give and go underneath the rack. Aggies are going to put it up and score as Peyton Bodine registers his first points of the ball game in a timely manner. And now the Aggies have a 2-point lead.
Yeah, I think both teams are going to look to push the tempo a little bit, especially rugby. They like to run their transition. They get the ball down the sidelines extremely fast. Velva has taken that away. One, they haven't allowed any big rebounds, allowed them to get out quick. But two, a lot of the sloppiness of the game has prevented some of that transition there. There was a nice pass.
Underneath the rack and up and in with 2 is Brody Schneibel, and Schneibel's got 3 points now in the ball game. He scored from the charity stripe in the first half. Found open underneath the rack. We got ourselves a tied game again. Worked inside by the Yankees. Turnaround jump shot. That one was good as it went up and in. Peyton Bodine's got himself back-to-back buckets, and the 6'1" junior, who averages 8 per night, comes up with a couple back-to-back points. He led all scorers, he was second in scoring in the quarterfinals. He scored 14 points in the opening round for the Aggies.
That's going to be the third on Shep, and we talked about a little bit that in the second quarter. Having 2 late in the second is fine. Having your third early, he's going to probably have to sit for a little bit here, and he's their leading scorer. That hurt, or second leading scorer, excuse me. It's going to hurt him a little bit with how long and athletic he is on the defensive side, but also getting some offensive boards.
Panthers with the basketball. Basketball is such a game of runs. We haven't really seen any of those yet to this one. Trying to get one brewing is Eric Foster. Downtown for him. That's 13 in the ball game. His third three-pointer. And the Panthers lead by a point at 22-21 on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. Ball's worked inside. Here's Chadwick. Oh, he's got muscle and some power in the paint, and Chadwick goes up and scores. And a quick timeout called here by the Aggies. We'll take one as well. 23-22. This is a teeter-totter match tonight on the PSP Network.
We raise the bar on bar food with sandwiches, tenders, and burgers. There's more where this came from. To the greatest of all times, Buffalo Wild Wings.
Ware attacks. There's a takeaway by Eagle Staff. Eagle Staff on the open floor rises up. Oh, the one-handed rip by Trayson Eagle Staff.
Doppler gave a little bit of a look on that one, and then he went in and just whammed it with the right hand.
Oh, Eagle Staff with the rip.
23-22. Aggies are on top, trying to punch their ticket into the region championship game tomorrow night on a Friday after Mother Nature derailed us on Tuesday night. We have been corrected. Lane, you got the numbers on when Valvo was in the big dance?
I appreciate it, Blake Engelbretson here sending this to us. Rugby, they're going with and one opportunity with Foster there. But Velva has made the region championship in 1967, 1965, and 1964. They lost all three, and they lost to the Kenmare Honkers in all three of them.
But that was a rivalry back then that was one to be talked about.
Yep, so I appreciate the information, Blake, for reaching out to us. We're going to blame that one on Coach Weidler, though. That was his stat, he told me. Couldn't be our fault, of course.
Well, the 60s is quite a long time ago.
Yep.
Old-fashioned three-point play for Eric Foster. He's really brewing up now. He's got 16 in the ball game. That leads all scorers. He's got himself a pretty darn good region tournament going with 29 points in the region tournament to this point right now, trying to keep his season alive. Into the lane and setting up a shot was Sandy. Sorry, that was 14 instead. That's Peyton Bodine, and Bodine is fouled on the play. Foul's going to be charged here on number 4 on the other side, Brody Schneibel. That's his first personal. Second team foul. And at the charity stripe now is Peyton Bodine. Can't get that first one to fall. I don't have Bodine on my score sheet in the first half, but I got him for 4 in the second. Pair of field goals. Here he is at the free throw line now. He's going to put this one up. Oh, that one doesn't fall either. No. Mike Anderson's got the call immediately. There's a fall right off the free throw, and I believe that one's going to go on Reggie Bruner. It is. Second personal on Bruner. By the way, want to thank our friends at Magic City Inspections, the locally owned company committed to providing exceptional inspection services to ensure you're ready to take the next step in your home ownership. Find them online, mountaininspections.com. 2-point lead for the Panthers, but to the other end of the floor, putting up a shot, no good. Bruner tried to get the points back. He was unable to do so. Now the Panthers running on, stopping, popping, three-land, you betcha. Jacob Riplinger from downtown. And all of a sudden the Panthers are on a run. It's 28-23.
Yeah, our first big run of the game here, other than when Velva jumped out early. Look to Velva, try to get a good set here. They want to silence this. Don't let this get much bigger. The way the game's going, we haven't scored a whole lot of points. You know, a double-digit deficit would be tough to come back from.
Ball handled by the Aggies up top. They work it around the perimeter. Shot clock's down to 7. Working into the paint. Sandy puts it up. Doesn't get the roll. Board's going to be pulled down. Who's going to get possession? It's going to be the Aggies because it goes off of Eric Foster. And out of play it went. 28-23 in the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. And some three-pointers in this ball game. 3 total for Foster, 1 for Riplinger.
He just threw it out of bounds.
Biggest one there from Riplinger gives him a 5-point lead. That's the Panthers. And now the Aggies turn the ball over. That turnover, a deadly one with 3:46 remaining here in this third quarter of basketball. Across the timeline we go now as Rugby sets up shop. They work it away with Corey Vetch. Up top, thinking about it, that's Foster. Work back over down to Riplinger. Up top, Vetch handles the basketball again. Foster dribbles into the paint, stops and pops from the charity stripe. No. Board pulled down. Aggies have possession, and it's Reggie Bruner. Runs the floor up to Sandy, drops it back to Bruner. Bruner going to work as the fans continue to fill into the MSU Dome here tonight for semifinal number 2. We're going to see an all-District 12 matchup. Bishop Ryan takes on MLS tonight. We'll have the call of that one about a half hour after this one concludes tonight. That was a straight air ball from Hank Bodine. Panthers with the basketball now. They work it across with Jackson Rose. He's going to fire for 3-0. Sandy has the board. Here come the Aggies. Bodine with the basketball. Work back up to Reggie Bruner. Crunch time is upon us as time runs out in the region semifinals tonight. And the Aggies have the basketball. Away with Bruner. Puts it up off the window and in. And Reggie Bruner scores his first points of the ball game. And the Aggies are back within 3.
No, that was a big one there to get it to a one possession to stop the Rugby run. 5 points is the biggest lead Rugby's had in this game. You know, Velva's going to want to keep this thing close. You know, another stop here. They can put some points on the board, get the momentum back to the blue.
Worked inside. That one right off the fingertips of Sandy as it was dished inside. That was a big boy pass from Bodine. Went off of Sandy's hands and out of bounds it went, so it's the Panthers. They get the ball back. We want to tell you thanks again to Prestwich Orthodontics, specializing in braces and Invisalign for all ages. We offer free consultations and financing options that make it easy to take your smile to the next level. Call 852-2646 or visit mineatbraces.com today to get started with your free virtual consultation. Prestwich Orthodontics. Ball's thrown inside by the Panthers. We exchange turnovers, and now Velva's going to get the ball back with under 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter of basketball.
Yes, it's been a sloppy on both sides here. Both sides aren't getting any offensive flow right now. You know, it's 28-25 late in the third. Not the offense production either coach is looking for, but both teams are in the game here. It's going to be a dogfight. It doesn't have to be pretty. You just got to find a way to punch that ticket.
Panthers are going to be charged with the call on Garrett Sullivan. He's in trouble now. That's number 3 on Sullivan. Sullivan's been key for him here in this ball game here tonight on the defensive side. He's only scored twice, but that 6'5" frame down inside has certainly helped to defend against the Aggies, a team that comes in with a 17-6 record. There's a little runner, jump shot. That one falls for Reggie Bruner. Bruner's got himself back-to-back points. Back within one are the Aggies, 28-27. Panthers with possession. Panthers go to work as the fans start to come to volume. Did I ever tell you I broadcasted some games with your dad like 10 years ago?
Yep, on Beck.
On Beck Sports.
Yep, in Stanley, yep.
Time flies. Here's a shot that goes up, no good. That board's going to be pulled out of there by Bruner. It's going to be coughed up, now taken back away. Aggies with possession. We're under a minute to play in the third. And with the basketball are the Aggies, and the foul's going to be charged there. As on top of Bruner was number 3, Jacob Ripplinger. And Ripplinger's got his second, and that's probably a call that Mike Sancher, here year number 11 as the head coach of the Panthers, doesn't really appreciate.
Yeah, no, right now that's a bad one. You know, speaking of my dad, I guarantee you, I'm pretty sure he's listening right now. He'll probably be texting me the dates that you guys did it here. Yeah. One of the highlights of his life.
Brian, I hope you're doing well, man. I had a great time working with you. Here's a little turnaround jump shot off the rim. No good. Rebound.
Sandy.
They fight for it. Off with it come the Rugby Panthers, and away is Eric Foster. Dished off to the near side. Kuntz has the basketball. 30 seconds to play in the third quarter. Rebounding game is so huge, and with the basketball and the board was Carter Newman. Hasn't played a ton here tonight. Hasn't been on the score sheet a ton, I should say, but he's got a big board there.
You know, I don't think Sandra liked how quick that shot was. They had an opportunity to take the last second to go into the fourth quarter with the lead. Now they're giving Velva an opportunity for a nice possession here.
Shot clock is off, but we're down to 5 seconds. Over to the corner it comes. They're going to need to fire in a hurry. That shot goes up. That was an attempt that was off the mark on a prayer there from Peyton Bodine, and we have made our way through 3 quarters of basketball, and it's a 28-27 score in favor of the Panthers on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. Buckle up tight. Fourth quarter is going to be a dogfight, it sure seems. North Dakota High School basketball in the Region 6 semis on the PSP Network. This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
How do you like semifinal basketball with 1 quarter to play and a 1-point lead? That's what we've got here at the MSU Dome. Nick Holbrook alongside Elaine Fleur, and it's the Panthers from Rugby on top of the Aggies from Velva. Here's a step-back jump shot, three-pointer no good as Eric Foster looked for more. He's had a big night here tonight, 16 for him in the ball game, but he can't get that one to fall. Is there a key here in this fourth quarter of play for either team? A little runner, no good. There's a foul on the play.
I think it's going to come down to that role player we talked about earlier in the pregame, where which role player is going to score over 10 points tonight and really set them apart. Foster's got his right now, but he's got 16 out of the 28 points. Where right now Sandy, he's got knocked down some free throws right here, but he has a quiet 8 points in this game. If he can have a big fourth quarter, it could be him. Or look on the Rugby side. Schneibel's been quiet. See if he can get going.
We haven't had a whole lot of visits to the charity stripe here tonight, but Sandy finds himself 1 for 2 now from there in the ball game. And we're tied at 28-28.
That's the first make for Velva there. 1 for 4 in the game.
Eric Foster up top. Little miscue there, but Schneibel's back to help out. Gives it back to Foster. Foster delivers back over here to the near side for Ripplinger. Kobe Bryant between the legs, back up top to the center stripe almost, gives it back away here. Sent inside, it's worked into the paint, turn around, left-handed up and in. And Brody Schneibel's got himself 2 more. 5 now in the ball game and a 2-point lead.
There with Schneibel, they did a great job. He is left-handed. The other night they were playing him on his right hand. Chadwick did a great job of playing on his left hand, but that time they let him get to it, and he's an automatic when he gets that far away. Bruner, another big basket for the Aggies there on the other end.
Bruner's got himself 6 tonight. The 5'11 freshman Reggie Bruner ties the ball game at 30. Worked inside by the Panthers again. Schneibel's got it here. Around the arc they go with it. It's worked back up top. Quarterbacking here is Eric Foster. Long 3 attempt, no good. There's a battle for it inside the lane, and out with it comes Chadwick. Man, that's a kid you would not want to wrestle with. The big boy.
No, I wonder how hard the wrestling program there tried to get him to wrestle. He's a strong kid. Bruner, no fear, freshman.
Bruner throws up the air ball, and the Rugby fans let him hear that. There's no holds barred when you get to tournament time from the opposing student section.
No, you want to make sure it's good sportsmanship throughout, but at the same time, you want them to have fun. It creates an atmosphere. You want them to be excited into the game. Neither team cares. As long as it doesn't, it's a lot with the officials. If it doesn't get personal and it's within certain parameters.
Green light.
It's green light, absolutely.
Basketball handled here by the Panthers. They work it inside. Here's a little jump shot. That one's in as Brody Schneibel's got himself a 6-point second half and a 2-point lead for Rugby with 5:17 to play here in our fourth quarter of basketball on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. What a ball game here tonight. Hasn't been the highest scoring affair. It's been a little bit of a grudge match here tonight. Kind of like the family reunion game in the backyard, it seems, here tonight. Is that going to be offensive?
Yep.
It is.
That's going to be his 4th. He led Velva in scoring the other night, and now he has not scored this game. He has 4 fouls. He does a lot defensively for him. He plays one of those top positions in that 2-3 zone, flies around with his length.
Shep, another freshman here for the Velva Aggies. 4 fouls on him as we're under 5 to play and ticking down here in the fourth quarter. Panthers with possession. You look at Velva's lineup, they're going to be a team that's going to be tough to contend with in a few years. Got some youth in this lineup. Here's Foster. Foster works it back up. Oh, Chadwick says, not my house. Big stuff there. And then a shot clock violation.
You got a shot clock. Well, they're going to come in and talk here. Okay. Shot clock violation.
Mike Anderson had the conversation with the partner there, and Chadwick came up and said, I don't think so. We're not open for business, to keep it a 2-point lead for the opposition. with the basketball now and working it back across the timeline. Ben Shep goes to work. 4:17 drains off the clock. Up top it comes now for Bodine. Outside the arc now for Sandy. This up top now is Bruner. Bruner sends it inside to Sandy. Looks for the turnaround hook. No, he's going to be fouled on the play. And with 4 minutes and 4 seconds left here in the ball game, regulation that is, there's going to be a foul that's going to be charged on Ryland Hildebrand. That's his first personal on the 6-foot-tall sophomore.
You know, everybody's getting so good at being straight up and down, but at the same, we just teed him up for touching it out of bounds.
Explain that to us real quick.
So the ball, inbounder had the ball, and he's saying that Vetch reached over the line and hit the ball, which is a technical. He went over and touched it, and that's what he's explaining right now to Sanger, saying that, hey, he went and got it. The ball was still in the hand. Now, if he would have reached a little bit and the ball's out of the hand, it's not, but he's saying it was still in the hand there.
Pivotal point in this ball game because that sends Chadwick to the charity stripe and he hits it. An intentional play?
Yeah, well, it's just one of those things that he's just reaching for the ball. He's trying to be big on the ball. I don't think he did it on purpose, but anytime that ball's just there, you just try to reach and get it. And it's a tough play. It's a tough play, so then it's going to be a point of interruption.
Cadwin Chadwick ties this ball game up. Not a whole lot of arc on that shot for
in high
Chadwick.
school, it's not point of interruption. All high school technicals are at the half-court line. In college, it would have been point of interruption, so they would have got the ball down there. But they get it at the half-court here. Chadwick made both of them. That's a big turnaround here. Two free throws and the ball in high school.
Appreciate the reffing insight on that. Here's a little runner up off the glass, no good. Rebound pulled down by the Aggies. We're tied at 32 on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard.
Yeah, he's out of bounds.
And at the end line, it's going to be taken back by the Panthers on another deadly turnover here in this one as we come down the stretch. Big thanks again to Stevens Grain Cleaning and Seed Sales of Glenburn, Rose Funeral Home of Mohall, Flower Central of Minot, Stevens Welding and Machine of Glenburn. Of course, along with our premier sponsors, Swenson RV and Marine of Minot and Bismarck, home of Tracker Boats, Ackerman Esvold and Michael Brown Insurance and the State Farm Agency. Bringing you the ball game here tonight. Foul charged on Chadwick, and Chadwick's got 3 now in the ball game. Still tied at 32 is aside. Don't forget to vote for this week's Player of the Week on the PSP Network. It's brought to you by Jersey Mike's. Jersey Mike's is a sub above. Find them in North Minot on Broadway.
That's Chadwick's 4th.
Thank you.
So, that's another key one there. Shep and him both have 4. Sandro would love it if they finish the game on the floor here.
Shot came up. There's going to be scrum for it underneath the rack. It's going to go on a bounce, and it's going to be Velva basketball. They're going to inbound underneath their hoop here with Carter Newman.
Something both teams that did a great job the entire game is not giving up offensive rebounds. We're less than a handful total in the game. That's going to be big. I look for a big offensive rebound could be the turning point in this game, the big basket, or the play of the game that we get to pick later on here.
Turnaround jump shot, no good. That one off the mark from Sandy. Move of the game tonight brought to you by our friends at Jobbers Moving and Storage. That happens at the Shots Crossroad postgame show tonight. That will follow this showdown here on the PSP Network. We'll also have our MVP of the contest brought to you by Sport Clips. MVP and the MVP experience can be found at Sport Clips. Find them in Minot and in Bismarck. You can vote for tonight's MVP by tweeting at us at Network PSP and let us know who you think tonight's MVP is. That's going to be tough. Probably going to boil down to the next 243, I'd have to assume, and whoever the hero is tonight.
Yep. Ball's
handled in the corner here by the Aggies. Up top, Chadwick's got it. Dishes back down to the corner, into the paint. Here's a step back jump shot. Oh, that one drained. Peyton Bodine's got himself 6 points in the second half and a 2-point lead. That one was pure for Bodine. And now the Panthers on the other side are going to turn the ball over momentarily.
Kick.
But we're going to have a
defensive kick.
Change of possession here as the ball was going to be kicked by the defensive side. 2:19 to play here in regulation. Panthers did ball the basketball underneath the rack. Buckle up tight. This is what it's all about. Region semifinal night. And this is a showdown here tonight that has been a good one. Boiling down to the final minutes of the ball game. We approach the 2-minute warning. This is a 2-point attempt that's no good. Board pulled down here by the Aggies, and it's Kyle Sandy with the basketball. Slowing it down is Reggie Bruner, the young man, only a freshman. 2 minutes and counting here in the fourth quarter of basketball. Bruner up top for Chadwick. They play catch with it. They're content taking some air out of the basketball here. Shot clock's down to 17. Chadwick on the near side. Dishes right to the charity stripe. Here's a jump shot, no good. Sandy was in, tried to pick up the rebound, but he was unable to on the Bodine miss. Here come the Panthers back the other way. Into the lane, crashing through. Nothing but net for Brody Schneibel. But the charge is going to be rung up here. And the Panthers aren't too fond of that call. And the Aggies will get the ball back. Tell you what, Mike Sancher over on the rugby sideline not too impressed as Schneibel, instead of picking up his 8th point of the second half, is charged with his second personal. Aggies get the ball back. 34-32, they've got the lead in 80 seconds away from their first region title appearance berth since 2011. Chadwick turns around underneath, puts it up and in. Canewood Chadwick's got 2 more. And Velva's on the board again with a 4-point lead with 1:09 remaining here in regulation. How do you like Chadwick inside the paint? We've got ourselves a ball game.
We make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Schatz Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
I'm Lorelai McIver. I'm a senior at Glenburn High School, and I'm going to Minot State. I'm super excited. Glenburn's very familiar with Minot. We've always been connected with Minot State. Knowing that they are doing a Hometown Pride Scholarship was just kind of nice because then it's very inclusive. They're all so welcoming and so nice. It's refreshing. In the end, it just feels like home.
Well, if you like intensity and drama, the PSP Network has been a good place for you in the last 4 weeks. Tournament time has not disappointed. It certainly hasn't tonight in the Region 6 semifinals. We're down to the final minute to play in regulation in semifinal number 1 of the Region 6 tournament tonight, and the Panthers from Rugby trail by 4. They've got the basketball and the crowd behind them here as they come to volume. That's actually an Aggies defense chant that comes alive. Chadwick takes it away, and we're going to go back the other way now for the Aggies.
They're going to have to foul here.
Where they've got the basketball here. They're going to take it over the timeline, and Chadwick's got it. He moves it ahead forward, back up Sandy, back to Chadwick, and Chadwick's got it here in the right play there.
Yep. Yeah, they're going to have to foul now. You know, Sandy's going to the line. If he can knock these down, you know, a 4-point game, make it a 6-point game, that'd be huge. You don't want to miss the first one. You want the first one more than the second one.
We're not at a nail in the coffin point to this ball game, but we're getting pretty close.
Yep. You know, he makes both of them. It's still a 2-possession game, you know, but rugby's got to go now. There's no more sitting and trying to get in the set. They're going to have to get the ball into Foster's hands, let him go, see if he can create, and see what happens here.
50% tonight from the free throw line. He's got his first one. And a timeout called on the floor. Isaac Sandro wants to talk it over as a 5-point lead has been mustered up by the Aggies.
Carson, timeout.
Who calls a timeout in this game?
Me, I'm icing the kicker.
Really?
It'll give us more time to talk about First Western Bank and Trust.
Like our convenient online banking.
Along with smart trust service options.
We're all about hometown service with bankers that know you and the community.
Okay, go ahead and kick.
I don't believe this.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
Back to the biggest free throw of the season right there. Dropped in from Sandy. He's got 3 points in the second half. 11 altogether here tonight. Oh, big stuff on the other end. And another one as Bruner came up, but there's a foul on the play.
That was the last thing Velva wants to do. They don't want to let Rugby score with the clock stopped here. He makes both of this so they can get into their press. You know, he hasn't shot any free throws. He hasn't scored. He made that one easy.
Logan Harner hits there. 5'7" junior. It's a Rugby team that went 22-2 last year. They won the district. They won the region. They took 6th place at the state tournament. This is a team that certainly has the ability to get back there with the talents, but they've got their work cut out for them because they trail by 4 with under 30 seconds to play in regulation. We're back with the grand finale right after this on the PSP Network.
Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local
Apologize to Michael Braun, State Farm Insurance Agency. But we're back to gameplay after the timeout. We come back into the MSU Dome with a 38-34 lead for the Velva Aggies. They are in the bonus, so they're going to go to the charity stripe as the foul was charged to Ryland Hildebrand. That's his second personal.
Yeah, Chadwick's made the 2 free throws and the technical foul.
Tell you what, Chadwick kind of shoots it like I do. I'm an old hockey player. There's not a whole lot
Southpaw.
of rainbow on this.
Nope.
That one misses. Rebound pulled down here by the Panthers. They trail by 4 with 23 seconds remaining, and it's going to go off of who? Mike Anderson says it's going to go off of Foster. And that puts the ball back in Velva's hands, and Chadwick will inbound with 21 seconds remaining here in regulation. How do you like this? 38-34. The game plan for the Aggies right now, Lane, if you're Isaac Sandro, what is it? Just hold on to the basketball.
You got to make free throws. They're going to foul you. Oh, don't. Oh, got it.
Lead pass came up. Oh, that one might be a flagrant.
Yeah, see what they do.
Ben Shep goes down hard
Nope,
from
just going to give them 2.
And in that situation, as the officials, where's the line between too much and not enough on that flagrant call?
I would say that was right at the line. You know, they have to make an attempt for the ball. That's the difference. You know, that would be one in a college game. It would have been reviewed. In the high school, where they don't have the benefit of that dealt, you know, so instead of making that decision in a bang situation, they just went with a common foul. You know, Shep going to the line here. He made his first one.
Missed the second. How about him? 22 in the quarters, only 1 point tonight. Step back three-pointer. That was a attempt from Foster, no good. And Velva could start to taste their trip to the region semifinals. They've got a 5-point lead with 11 seconds remaining. And listen to the Aggie fans at volume here tonight at the MSU Dome.
Yeah, you know, I know Isaac Sandro was not born in the 60s or Weidler, so nobody on that bench has been alive to see a Velva in the region championship. You know, I don't want to date Larry Sandy, but he was probably a baby at the time. So it's a pretty special moment here for Velva. But knowing Velva, they're a championship caliber program. whatever sport it is, they aren't satisfied being in the championship. They want to punch that ticket to play 3 more games here at the Dome.
6-point lead, and Chadwick can make it 7 right now, and he does. Well, start the party of the Star City tonight because Velva is going to be on their way to the Region 6 final tomorrow night. Anything can happen. There's 7 minutes left, but if Velva plays their cards right here, they should get on out of here with the victory. That one laid up and in off the glass. It goes from Harder. 4 seconds left and a 5-point lead. I shouldn't talk so quick. Harder's up and in with the bucket. Stick around for our Shots Crossroads postgame show coming up here. Shots Crossroads, your postgame headquarters. Get filled up on the delicious menu that includes the famous number 99. Order online, shotscrossroads.com. Team buses are always welcome. I got to tell you that I'm not a 99 guy when I go to Shots Crossroads. I'm more of a ham and cheese balls, banana cream pie at the end, and then whatever's in between there is all right. The patty melt's really good. Breakfast is always a winner.
Yeah, I haven't had a bad one there yet. You know, real quick here, I just got a text message. I'd like to wish Mike Opland, a big Velva fan, a happy birthday today. He's getting a pretty big present here from his Velva Aggies.
Chadwick's inbound. He needs to hurry. Fires it in. This one goes off to Bruner. Sends it inside, and now it's just a formality. Is hanging on to the basketball. Inside the paint was Peyton Bodine, and this one is officially over. 41-36. The Aggies are on to the region finals where they'll play either MLS or Bishop Ryan tomorrow night here at the MSU Dome. What a contest that was. When we come back to our Shots Crossroads postgame show tonight, Lane and I are going to break this one down. We'll have the stat recap and our MVP of the contest along with our move of the game here tonight. Those might be the same things here tonight. Get ready for that. It comes up next in the Shots Crossroads postgame show. The Aggies are victorious tonight over the Rugby Panthers by 5, 41-36. Listen to them celebrate, and for good reason.
Oh, easy, easy. I think I'm good. You got my good side, right? Not too many lights. I don't want to get fried before my time. Oh, it's egg-tastic. You never know what dish you're going to end up in. My dream dish is a 99. It's so popular. Me and a fellow egg tag teaming with some crispy golden hash browns. Have you seen those hash browns? Those guys are shredded. Throw in some diced ham, onions, and melted cheese. Oh, it's a party for your taste buds. Oh, here comes Chevy. Hold on, Chevy. Did you guys get everything that you needed? 99. Here I come. Shots Crossroads. It's an excellent place to eat.
Ackerman Esvold, your neighbors, friends, and family who are working for you. The local team with local availability and accountability for all of your engineering, architecture, environmental, transportation, and land development needs. Your project can rely on Ackerman Esvold. Find them online at ackermanesvold.com. When you start your project, talk with Ackerman Surveying and Associates. Our experienced surveying team guides you in the right direction with planning, platting, and lot and boundary surveys. The trusted name in land surveying, the trusted name in architecture and engineering is Ackerman Surveying and Ackerman Esvold. Find them at ackermanesvold.com.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, talk to State Farm agent Michael Lebron in Minot today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Storylines within storylines within storylines. A technical foul that ended up putting Chadwick at the line for some free throws that maybe put it on a reach tonight. And that's the storyline that the kids from Rugby are going to talk about for the remainder of their lives. I can almost guarantee it. Final tonight, 41-36. Velva stamps their ticket into the region championship. They'll play either MLS or Bishop Ryan coming up tomorrow night. Welcome into our Shots Crossroads postgame show tonight. Shots Crossroads, home to the famous number 99. Team buses are always welcome at Shots Crossroads. Nick Holberg alongside of Lane Fleur here tonight. Lane, your overall takeaways of that ball game here tonight. It certainly wasn't the prettiest game we've ever seen, but Velva did what they needed to do with a group of athletes to get it done, and for the first time since 2011, they get into the region championship.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. First time since the 1960s in the region championship, so it's pretty impressive. Congrats to Coach Sandro, Coach Weidler on, a historic season for Velva, but I know they're not going to be satisfied, but going back to the game, it wasn't pretty. It wasn't ugly. Neither team is going to say they played their best tonight at all. But Velva found a way to win, and they made some big shots at the end. The Bodine kid hit the runner in the lane that kind of set the tone. They didn't give up that lead, and then they made the free throws down the stretch to really extend it. So give Velva a lot of credit. Congratulations also to Mike Sandra on a great season. They got one more tomorrow night, but they know it's not the same as playing for a region championship. But congrats on another great season to the Rugby Panthers.
What stat is more important to you, the 27 rebounds versus the 33 for Rugby, or the 17 turnovers compared to the 10 for the Aggies here tonight? Obviously, that ball control was big tonight.
Yeah, the turnovers, and there was moments that we were exchanging turnovers throughout the game, and talked about it already. It wasn't the prettiest game, but controlling the basketball, getting more shots up, and giving yourself more opportunity to score, and that's huge for that was huge for Velva down the stretch, and they made the big baskets when they needed it.
Time to take a look at our game reset tonight. These numbers brought to you by Shots Crossroads Restaurant. Shots Crossroads, home of the famous number 99. They bring you the game reset tonight. Game high tonight came from the Rugby Panthers and Eric Foster. He scored 16 points tonight. Next in line, however, for the Panthers was 4. Make it 6 from Brody Schneibel. Then 4 for Harner. 3 coming from Riplinger and 3 from Hildebrand. 2 for Sullivan. That gets them tonight to 36. Not enough to get it done tonight because the Aggies were led by the big man, the 6'6" senior, Caden Chadwick. 14 points for him in the ball game tonight. And Chadwick does his job tonight inside in the paint battle. He was big tonight. Next in line was 11 from Sandy. You had 6 tonight from Peyton Bodine and from Reggie Bruner, the freshman. 3 from Newman and 1 for Shep. That gets him to 41 here tonight. Time to name our MVP of the contest and our move of the game, brought to you by Roger Ward Moving and Storage. Let's start with the move of the game tonight, Lane. If you're moving across town or across the country, let Roger Ward Moving and Storage help you with your moving and storage needs. They've been helping local residents in the Magic City since 1942. This was just about the last time Velva was in the region championship. They've been coming to the rescue with that help. It's Roger Ward Moving and Storage. If you're in Bismarck and that market, it's Jobbers Moving and Storage. Locations in Minot, Bismarck, Aberdeen, and Fargo. It's the Roger Ward Moving and Storage move of the game. There's a couple here that we talked about, some free throws, but maybe the one that really was the move here tonight was that Peyton Bodine turnaround little jump shot that kind of put it into the possession of Velva, and Velva's game to lose at that point. Is that a fair pick tonight?
Yeah, I think it was the biggest basket in the game. It was a tied game at the time. He dribbled to the middle of the paint and did his little fadeaway. It was a tough shot, and he was able to go. And Velva never surrendered the lead after that one. So congratulations to him, having a great game. But we could have also went with the free throws down the stretch, as we all know how important that is. And down the stretch there, they went 4 for 5 from the line, so you can't really complain about that.
There's your Roger Ward Moving and Storage move of the game tonight. Congratulations to Peyton Bodine. Not necessarily put this one on ice, but he put the momentum into the driver's seat for the Aggies to run into the promised land with it. There's your move of the game tonight. Time to name our MVP of the contest, brought to you by our friends at Sport Clips, where you can get the MVP experience. Nothing like it anywhere else besides Sport Clips. The MVP haircut experience can be found at Sport Clips. They bring you tonight's MVP of the contest. How do you pick tonight? I mean, there's plenty of guys that certainly did their job here tonight, but to me, the force to be reckoned with tonight was Caden Chadwick. Is that a fair pick? Do we agree on that tonight?
Yep, absolutely. You know, he started the game off very well, you know, scoring, he had 6 in the first quarter, was very good. And then he hit some big free throws down the end. He ended up with 4 rebounds, 14 points, and 1 steal and 1 block. He definitely, another one, honorable mention, you could have said, was Kyle Sandy. Yep. You know, he did a great job there. He had 11 points. You know, we talked about pregame, having that role player scoring double figures tonight. He was that guy. He made some he came up with some big rebounds and big situations for them. So, you know, if we can give them to both of them, you know, I think those two are very well deserved of it.
Chadwick, Sandy, congratulations, fellas. You're our MVPs of the ballgame here tonight in the region semifinals. We get set and ready for the next one. It's a District 12 matchup that features the MLS Mavericks and the Lions from Bishop Ryan. This one should be a good one as well. The favored Lions come into tonight, in a sense, on their home floor. They're only about, I don't know what that'd be, 300 yards away from the Lions' den.
I don't even know if I'd give it that much. I don't know if I'd be that tired if I ran over here. You know, they don't play a lot of games here, but they sure do want to play 5 more. And so this one should be another barn burner. I look for this one to be a little bit higher paced, a little bit more scoring, but it should be another good one. You know, MLS played extremely well the other night. Ryan's been on a tear, and it's going to be which one comes out right away and is able to get the nerves out, get in a flow of their offense, and try to control the tempo of the game.
Linda Morlock go toe-to-toe tonight against Brady Feller and company for the Bishop Ryan Lions. We'll have the Shields pregame show. We'll get you set and ready for that one in just a few moments here on the PSP Network. But first, we have to thank our sponsors that make these tournament broadcasts and these broadcasts possible on the PSP Network. Folks, frankly, without them, we wouldn't be here. So if you can, patronize these places and let them know that you sure appreciate the PSP Network and them for bringing you these matchups all season long. Semifinal number 2 is next here on the PSP Network.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
We raise the bar on bar food with sandwiches, tenders, and burgers. There's more where this came from. To the greatest of all times, Buffalo Wild Wings.
BNC has been here for over 25 years.
We're still a community bank that's there for you.
When you come in with your business plan, your vision, your idea, we can make it a reality.
I love seeing projects come alive for our clients.
We're real people helping real people.
We know you, and we're always happy to see you.
We build relationships. You're part of the BNC family.
We are part of the community.
It's what we're built on.
Yours truly, BNC.
You remember where this goes?
I don't know.
Are you sure it was a clicking and not a zoom?
I think your quash litter valve's stuck.
Do you even have insurance? If we soak it, it should be good.
No matter how much you know or don't know about your vehicle, trust the experts at Tires Plus. Real answers from real mechanics.
Inspections are free to ensure your vehicle is always in peak condition.
Thinking service? Think Tires Plus.
With 26 flavors, got a sauce for every squad. Don't drip on the drip. The greatest of all times, Buffalo Wild Wings.
You have built an amazing life by working hard and doing your job well. Delivering financial advice is what we do well. At Ameriprise Financial, our job is to use our skills, experience, and research to help you become more successful in today's economy. What we want you to walk away from each encounter with is satisfaction in knowing that together, we've done what we can to help you work toward a better future.
Thanks for buying some fruit.
The magic of what we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care. Here at Premier Chiropractic, we love combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. We found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have 3 chiropractors to fit the needs of the entire family, a rehab area for our exercises and equipment for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, talk to State Farm agent Michael Lebron in Minot today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Carson, timeout.
Who calls a timeout in this game?
Me, I'm icing the kicker.
Really?
It'll give us more time to talk about First Western Bank and Trust,
Like our convenient online banking.
along with smart trust service options.
We're all about hometown service with bankers that know you and the community.
Okay, go ahead and kick.
I don't believe this.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
We raise the bar on bar food with sandwiches, tenders, and there's more where this came from. To the greatest of all times, Buffalo Wild Wings.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors, LLC, doing business as Goss Advisors, a registered investment advisor. GWM Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
We raise the bar on bar food with sandwiches, tenders, and there's more where this came from. To the greatest of all times, Buffalo Wild Wings.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day. The dream is still alive for two teams inside of region number 6. Well, you got to make it 3 teams because the Velva Aggies just launched themselves into the region finals tomorrow night with a win over the Rugby Panthers. Now we turn our attention to the All-District 12 matchup where the Bishop Bryan Lions come in at 17-6, taking on the 12-10 Mavericks from Mulhall. Lansford Sherwood, welcome back in to our Shields pregame show here tonight. Shields of Minot, they offer everything, man. Let me tell you, from clothing to footwear to gear, sporting goods, hunting, fishing gear, anything you have, all your passions are covered at Shields. And if you haven't been there, I'm telling you, you are missing out. Shields of Minot brings you the pregame show here tonight. Alongside of Lane Fleur, I'm Nick Holberg for the Shields pregame show tonight. And an all-District 12 showdown that features the Mavericks and the Lions. And when you look at District 12 Region 6 basketball, there's 2 logos on the top of these papers here tonight that are certainly familiar with teams being at the top of the list inside of North Dakota High School Basketball Region 6. What does it take tonight, though, for MLS to get past Bishop Bryan? They certainly have kind of been a powerhouse here, haven't they?
Yeah, I think for MLS, I think they want to do what they did last what they did on, it should have been last night, but it's Monday night. What they wanted to do Monday night, they had a great game from Riley Morlock. He was the best player on the floor. And when he's only a sophomore, I'm excited to see what he can do. But now he's on a bigger stage and see what he can do there. Unland's going to have a big game, the 6'4" senior for there. And they have to stop Brady Feller. If Brady Feller gets going, they're extremely tough to beat because they're so big down low. And if he's knocking down the outside shots and they're getting offensive rebounds and doing all the little things that they do, they're extremely tough to beat. So the key to the game for me, if I was the Mavericks, I got to stop Brady Feller from scoring 25 to 30 points. He's probably going to get 15, but don't let him get in that 20 range.
He's an all-region, all-district selection from a year ago, and a player that's one of the tops inside the region and district right now. And it's also a Bishop Bryan Lions team that's got the defending coach of the year from a year ago in Brody Bosch, a team that's got some players that can fill it up. Distribution across the sheet. Ramsey Walls, 6.6. Connor Rydell, 5.7. Jet Lundeen, the quarterback of the football team, comes in off the bench as a freshman and scores about 6 per night. How about Josh Will with 5.3? Ian Johnson averages 12. Carson Merck starts as well. He averages 4.3. On the other side, it's an MLS team that's led by Jacob Undland. 12.1 points per night for him. 4.9 for Gannon Hall. 3.1 for Henry. 7.6 for Joe Savacool. All-district selection last year as well. Steele Olson averages 7.3 and 11.2 for Riley Morlock. They're coached by Brian Olson. He's in year number 4 with the Mavericks. 2 basketball teams that look to get back into a region championship. Mulhall, Lansford, Sherwood, according to what I could find, has never won a region title. Bishop Bryan's got 10 of them. Their last came in 2019. Get throw all those numbers out the window here tonight because we're going to end up playing ourselves 32 minutes of basketball to decide who's going to be headed to the Region 6 championship tomorrow night at the MSU Dome. Tournament coverage on the PSP Network is brought to you by Stevens Grain Cleaning and Seed Sales of Glenburn, Bros Funeral Home of Mulhall, and Flower Central of Minot, along with Stevens Welding and Machine in Glenburn. Big thanks to Michael Brown Insurance and Michael Brown State Farm Insurance Agency, Ackerman Asphalt, Swenson RV and Marine, Bonnet to Bismarck, home to Tracker Boats, and so many others that continue to bring you all this coverage on the PSP network here during tournament time. We're going to hop right into it.
You know, I don't. It's been a while for Mulhall. 1933, 41, and in the 70s. Lansford was in the 40s and 50s. Let's see if Sherwood's got any here. In the 50s. So it's been just like a Velva situation to be in a to make a region or to make a state appearance. We're talking the 70s would be the last time, and they've never made it as a combined unit MLS.
The Mavericks will be in blue tonight. The Lions are in white. Got to go back to the Dave Hundland time frame for MLS. I've beaten Dave plenty of times playing the old game of pig inside the shop hoops. I know he's watching tonight. One of the greats to ever play just north of the Magic City. Here's Savacool with the basketball. We are underway for the region semifinal number 2 tonight that's got the Mavericks and Lions. Nick Holberg alongside of Lane Fleur on the call. Big thanks again to Shields bringing you the pregame show here tonight. 30 seconds into the semis. Hundland off the mark. Board pulled down here by the Lions. They throw it to the other end of the floor with Will. He brings it back up now to Ian Johnson. Johnson inside. That one's going to go off of who? It's going to go off of Maverick, and it's Gannon Hall. Hall starts tonight with Joe Savacool, Steele Olson, Jacob Hundland, and Riley Morlock. Morlock had 28 points in the quarterfinals for the Mavericks. Not a bad outing for him. That one's going to be...
Yeah, Feller there. He's so tough when he gets it there. He elevates. He has the ball so high there. They cannot let him get going. If he gets going, he could drop 30 or 40 on you real quick.
They start with Feller, Carson Merck, along with Ian Johnson, Josh Will, and Connor Rydell. 19.1 per night for Feller. He's only a junior, stands 6'3". He's got some new skids on here tonight. Part of the all-headband team again, number 3 for Bishop Ryan. Ball's sent in with control now. This is Riley Morlock. Worked up top. Here's the shot. Kisses it off the window, and Joe Savacool hits for downtown. And the Mavericks lead by 1.
You know, Banks open here Thursday night. That's a big shot there for Savacool.
Kicked off the corner. Lions have possession. They work it up top and around the perimeter from Merck down onto the end line, and out of bounds is going to be charged, but it's also going to be a foul before that even happens, and it's going to be on Gannon Hall, his first team foul on the Mavericks here tonight. 106 kids enrolled at Bishop Ryan, only 98 combined in MLS. Some of the best athletes in Region 6 on the floor here tonight, however, with those numbers inside of Class B high school basketball. The ball is going to go out of bounds, and it will be Bishop Ryan basketball. The roads must be bad tonight because the crowd in here just doesn't seem what I expected at all here tonight.
No, especially MLS's student section. You know, I was telling you I was driving bus route up in Glenburn. Ian Johnson with the big three-pointer there, driving bus route after school today, and they weren't the nicest then. I sure hope everybody gets here safely, or if they turn around, get back home safely, and you can enjoy watching it here with us tonight.
Yeah, just buckle in and keep yourself safe. Don't be in a rush. Here comes Brady Feller to the other end of the floor. He is in a rush. Puts it up and just lays it in. Feller's got himself the bucket, and he's going to go to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play as Feller got up here, Jordan style, hung in the air, and he just had the shooter's edge, the finesse around the rack. And Feller's got himself a quick 4 points in the ball game and a 7-3 lead here for Bishop Ryan.
Kellen Henry checking in here for the Mavericks. He hit a big three-pointer in that game last night. Or I keep saying last night because it's supposed to be last night, Monday night. There that really helped the Mavericks catapult themselves into this semifinal game.
Feller's going to convert. He gets the points, and it's a 5-point lead for Ryan. For MLS, they want to keep this close all night long, I'd have to assume, because it seems like Ryan has the ability to be a runaway train at times here inside of region play, and certainly at tournament time. Hundland goes up. Oh, he's stuffed. Feller says, get out of here. We're not open right now. And Feller had some words for Hundland as he crashed to the deck, and you don't think this rivalry's alive and well.
Yeah, they're just, both sides are so athletic. They're so long, so it makes any shot around the rim is going to be contested tonight.
Ball's taken away. Merck had the stingy defense. Brings it back over the timeline. Kicks it out. Feller, three land. No good. Rebound, pulled down, up, no good there. And on the other side, away with it, Riley Morlock skies up and takes the ball. Morlock, coast to coast, goes right to the elbow, then kicks it up to Savacool over in the corner. Three land, nothing but net. As that one dropped in from Steele Olson. His first points of the ball game are for three. And we've got ourselves a 2-point contest at 8-6 of the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. Make it 10-6 as the Lions have 2 more points as that one put in by Josh Will, his first points of the ball game. Here's the Mavericks setting up shop with 5 to play here in the first quarter of basketball on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. A 4-point lead for the Bishop Ryan Lions. Down to the corner it comes here for Unland. Unland works it back up top to Savacool. He's going to dribble drive, puts it up. Savacool couldn't get it to fall. Morlock there, puts it up, no good. Rebound pulled away by the Lions, and those are ones the Mavericks are going to want and need to have here tonight in the region semis.
Yeah, anytime they're going to get second chance opportunities, they need to cash in on them.
Merck sends it down and deep. That one goes off the feet there of Josh Will. On a play it comes, and we've got to stop here with 4:22 to play and a 10-6 lead in favor of the Lions. Big thanks again to Stevens Grain Cleaning and Seed Sales of Glenburn, Rose Funeral Home of Mohall, Flower Central of Monnet, Stevens Welding and Machine of Glenburn. Big thanks as well to Michael Braun, State Farm Insurance Agency, Ackerman Esfold, Swenson RV and Marine, Monnet and Bismarck, home of Tracker Boats. Summertime right around the corner. You get to region basketball tournament time. You know you're getting close there. It's going to be a foul on Ramsey Walls. Got the hands in the way as Unland was crashing in towards the rack. And Walls will pick up his first personal second team foul.
Yeah, you know, right now they're down 10-6. They don't want to get down because, like you said, Ryan can score points in a hurry. So, you know, a 4-point lead can turn into a 15-point lead just like that. So they're going to want to stay close. They want to slow things down, but they cannot turn the ball over in terrible situations where Ryan gets the ball and they get out on transition. They want to be able to slow this game down. Ryan thrives on transition points. So if they can keep the ball in their half court, you know, move the ball around and limit the chances they get for transition points, it's going to help them and help them throughout the game.
Jake Unland back at the free throw line, or to the free throw line, I should say. Second shot is good. 2 points for him in the ball game, both from the charity stripe. How about his improvement from his junior year to his senior year? He averaged 6 per game last year. He's up to 12.1 this year, and a leader that certainly is in the conversation as an all-region player. Feller thought about it, just dished it across. 3 attempts, oh, that was pure. Jet Lundeen, welcome to the semis.
Yeah, you know, talk about Jet Lundeen there. He's he played in a state semifinal football game as the quarterback for the Ryans. He's not going to be scared of this big moment. We then talk about Unland, what he did transitioning from last year to this year. You know, last year they had his cousin that was a dominant scorer for him there, so he didn't get to he wasn't looked to score a whole lot more, but this year he did a great job. He has great size and length. He can do a little bit of everything for Coach Olson.
Riley Morlock with the basketball, puts it up. No good. Who's this going to be off of? It's Lundeen that saves it. How about that athletic play at the end line? Lundeen's got it here. And here comes the freshman Jet Lundeen. Drops this one back over down to Logan Wentz. That's the thing about the Lions. They can go off the bench and go deep. Here's Feller, runner in the lane, puts it up and in. And Brady Feller again. That in front of the rim presence is just so good for Feller.
He elevates so well, and you can see it in his shoulders. He's so strong when he gets up there. He's able to finish through contact. They cannot let him he can score from anywhere, but they especially can't let him get going from down there.
How about the turnaround to the lane, and the nice points are put up and in. Jacob Unland's got 4 now in the ball game, and the lead cut to 5 for the Lions as Lundeen handles up top again.
Yeah, you know, Mavericks are going to their 1-3-1 here, and a great pass there. You know, that's where the 1-3-1 is vulnerable. You attack from the wing, and then if you can go diagonal pass there to the bottom corner, it's open. So they want to get their hands in the passing lane, but that was a great job for the Lions of exploiting that.
Brett McKay's the one that's on the board. Here's a 3 attempt that's off the mark. That one from Riley Morlock, no good. 17-10 on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. Lions on top. We approach the 2-minute mark here in the first quarter of basketball. Shot was no good. Ball's taken out of there by Morlock. He's going to bring it across the timeline. This facility on top of Minot's North Hill, one of the best in the state of North Dakota for high school hoops. The MSU Dome has been fantastic. I don't know that I'd say that the athletic directing staff here at MSU is the most welcoming that I've ever experienced. A little shot fired there, but I would say that this venue is fantastic across the board. Lundeen sends it down. That one's just going to go off the backboard. We go back the other way now where it's taken and worked back away here by MLS.
You know, I just glanced down. I was watching the Shiloh-Wilton game here. Unlin with another nice move there to get this within 5 there. He's having a really nice first quarter here with 6. But Shiloh Christian 28, Wilton Wing 4 right now. In the just starting the second quarter.
Buckle up tight in that one as well. 5-point lead in this one. Lions are on top. Winner moves on to the region finals to play Velma tomorrow night.
We raise the bar on bar food with sandwiches, tenders, and there's more where this came from. To the greatest of all times, Buffalo Wild Wings.
Life is all about moments. Big moments. Small moments. And those moments you can't put into words. It's how we at First International Bank and Trust live first and have been for more than 110 years. One customer, one family, one moment at a time. First International Bank and Trust. Live first.
Final minute to play here in the first quarter of basketball. Nick Holbrook alongside Elaine Fleur on the call on the PSP Network. Off the front of the rim. Lions with possession down and deep. Battle at the board. Savacool's out with it. Savacool might have got popped in the eye there. There's going to be a foul on the play, and it's Bishop Ryan that will be charged. It's going to go on.
Ian Johnson, I believe.
Ian Johnson, his first personal. That's the second. Make it 4th team foul on Bishop Ryan. 50.6 seconds remain. Big thanks again to our friends at Prestwich Orthodontics. Prestwich Orthodontics, specializing in braces and Invisalign for all ages. We offer free consultations and financing options that make it easy to take your smile to the next level. Call 852-2646 or visit minotbraces.com. Savacool way downtown, hit the front of the rib. And the Lions have possession and a 5-point lead. Dished inside, Wills open, puts it up and in. And Josh Wills got 4 in the ball game. But how about the feed from up top from Carson Merck?
Yep, you know, they run transition so well. They run their lanes, and they're hustling down. The bigs for MLS have to get back. Like I said, they just can't turn the ball over, you know, on top of their offense. And they allow Bishop Ryan to get a free run at transition points.
Worked inside, back up top. Savacool over to the corner, 2 seconds. And the whistle is going to blow. Good call there. Brian Opforth was right on the out-of-bounds line on the near side, and that's not the way that MLS was looking to end their first quarter of basketball. Ball sent in at the horn. Here comes the shot, too high off the backboard from Carson Merck. And we are through 1 quarter of play tonight at the MSU Dome. 7-point lead for the hometown Lions. Quarter 2 is next.
Galactic Pizza is out of this world. There's nothing like it anywhere else in Minot. Too much to handle? Try one of our famous large specialty pizzas like the Blue Buffalo. Get the best pizza in Minot and play some laser tag. At Planet Pizza, South Broadway, Minot.
I'm Lorelei McIver. I'm a senior at Glenburn High School, and I'm going to Minot State. I'm super excited. Glenburn's very familiar with Minot. We've always been connected with Minot State. Knowing that they are doing a Hometown Pride Scholarship was just kind of nice because then it's very inclusive. They're all so welcoming and so nice. It's refreshing. In the end, it just feels like home.
raise the bar on bar food with sandwiches, tenders, and there's more where this came from. To the greatest of all times, Buffalo Wild Wings.
One quarter in the books tonight. 5, make it 7-point lead here for Bishop Ryan. Nick Holberg and Lane Fleur. Lane, your big takeaway from that first half is Birch throws one up, no good.
Transition points for Bishop Ryan. They're just getting out and able to kind of get what they want to. That's a great job by Morlock in transition for MLS. But MLS is going to have to take care of the basketball and not allow Bishop Ryan to be outrunning on transition. If they can do that and they can control Feller a little bit, they can climb back in this thing. But if they allow Bishop Ryan to keep running, it might be a long night for the Mavericks.
Lions get another rebound here. The board is going to be controlled now by the Lions as Feller's got it. Feller works inside. Look at him muscle his way through. No good. Board pulled down, put up off the window and in, and Connor Idell's got his first points of the ball game.
Yeah, they have to limit the second chance for Bishop Ryan. They're so good down low. They have such good length, and they're big boys, and they're all young guys. But they got to do a better job boxing out, or else that's another key thing for it to be a bad night for the Mavericks.
Ball's going to be handled here by Feller as he picks it up off the floor. Feller sends it in. Udland's back on the defense. Sorry, make that 5 instead. That's Scovis that takes it on the end line, and out of bounds it went off of him. 6:40 left.
That was great hustle for him to get back there. He took the passing lane away, just wasn't unable to handle it. But now it allows them to set up their defense and see if they can get a stop here for the Mavericks. 7 points right now. They don't want to extend this thing.
Feller's got it inside. Look at that battle. Put it up off the top of the window. No good there. The attempt from Rydell comes back away now to Samacool, and Samacool's got it here. This is an MLS program that's got some athletes. They were good on the baseball diamond last year and the year before. Bishop Ryan, that's been good on the diamonds and the gridiron for many years here in the Magic City. There's a little jump shot. That one, kind of like the game of horse, got to leave both feet. That one off the mark, however, from Steele Olson. He averages 7.3 per night. He's got 3 in the ball game. And we're just about 2 minutes into our second quarter of basketball, and it's a 7-point lead for Bishop Ryan. Bucket to the near side, to the out. That one's off the mark. Get pulled down here by Udland. He's going to go to work on it. Slows it up here as Brian Olson calls the shots here in year number 4 from the bench. Team that finished 3rd in the district last year. They didn't finish inside the region, but they went 15-7. You go 15-7 and you don't make the region tournament finisher. Kind of a disappointing season. Here's a little runner in the lane. Put it up, no good. That attempt was there from Scovis, and it was not meant to be as that one fell away, excuse me. 15-7 last year. They went 12-10 this year. 6-2 inside of district play, and a team that plays in a tough district number 12. This is an all-district 12 final here tonight. Bishop Ryan takes care of the top spot inside the district. Comes in as the number 1 seed. Team that last year they went 15-8, took second to the semifinals, lost to the semifinals last year, that is. Second to the district last year, lost to the semifinals of the region. Bucket's not going to count. Morlock's charged.
It's going to be his first there. You know, we've been at 7 here for a while, that we've gone back-to-back possessions where it's nothing.
Jet Lundeen from downtown, no good.
Going to be a foul on Feller, I believe. Yep. Got a little push there on the rebound. Both Brian Alforth and Matt Yale both had the foul. Easy one there. No, it's a big possession for MLS. They got to get off this 7 number. Try to climb back in this, make it a 2-score game.
Under 5 to play here in the first half. Ball's going to be charged here on the MLS Mavericks, and it's going to be charged on Riley Morlock. So we exchange fouls away from the bucket here. Now Brody Bosch wants to talk things over. He and his staff sit with a 7-point lead as the Lions are on top. 4:52 to play in the opening half of basketball. North Dakota High School basketball here on the PSP Network.
We raise the bar on bar food with sandwiches, tenders, and there's more where this came from. To the greatest of all times, Buffalo Wild Wings.
Ware attacks. There's a takeaway by Eagle Staff. Eagle Staff on the open floor rises up. Oh, the one-handed rip by Trayson Eagle Staff.
Doppler gave a little bit of a look on that one, and then he went in and just whammed it with the right hand.
Oh, Eagle Staff with the rip.
Back to action at the Dome on top of Monitz North Hill, and it's Bishop Ryan on top. 21-14 on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. Nick Holberg and Lane Fleur on the call. Winner moves on to the region championship. Loser will play for third, but their state tournament hopes are down as Savakul goes up off the glass and in. Savakul up to 5 points here tonight.
Yeah, that was a tough one there. Good possession for the Mavericks, getting this thing within 2 scores again. Another big stop here would be big for them.
Up top, Jet Lundine's got it here. Calls out the shots from up top. Wide open, uncontested, 3-0, but net. Jet Lundine's got another 3-pointer.
Yeah, he's not a guy that you want to leave open there. No, he was a little deep there. I don't think he thought he was going to be that wide open, but you want to get a hand in his face for sure.
Morlock up top. Guarded here, Morlock waits, then delivers, but he's going to be fouled in the play. Ian Johnson on top of him. Got to think about Bishop Ryan and Connor Thompson, the all-district player from last year. Averaged 10.5 points per game. All-district player from a year ago. He's been injured all season long. What does this Lions team look like? What is the makeup if they've got Connor Thompson in the lineup here this year? The woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Oh, they're tough. I mean, you lose an all-region player. You lose a top 5 player in our region, and that was a tough blow when he went down with the ACL earlier in the year. But you got to give credit to the guys that are playing for Bishop Ryan this year. They're still in the driver's seat without one of the best players in the region. That coulda, woulda, shoulda. You can think about it all day long, but this Ryan team thinks they can do big things in the state without him. Next year when he is back, with pretty much all of these guys coming back, oh, look out.
How about Feller? Puts it up off the front of the rim. He's fouled. You look at what Bishop Ryan has been able to do over time. And the trek to get to the B is such an impossible feat for so many teams inside of North Dakota high school Class B basketball. That foul was on Unland, by the way. That's his first personal. And the 5th team foul that sends Feller to the line. He misses his first. But you look at what Bishop Ryan has been able to do. State championship back in 1994. They lost in 2000 to Oak Grove, and in 2018, I believe it was Oak Grove again.
What they do is their culture. Do they always have the best team in Region 6? No, but do they get out of it quite a bit? Yes, because one, they know how to win, and they don't have to worry about that, that stigma or whatnot, or we haven't been there for so long and things like that. But they always seem like they always have a dude, and that's very good, and they play for 4 or 5 years there, and it's been a fun program to watch as a fan of basketball in the area. They do things the right way, and it's just congratulations to them. I missed a basket there by MLS while I was blabbing on there, but it was a good possession there for Mavericks. Got the layup, then they came back here, and they just missed another bunny there.
Lundine's got the ball, 2:25 left here in the first half. Premier Chiropractic halftime report comes up at the break. We'll have the full stats recap. Lundine looking for the hat trick from 3. He's got it from downtown.
Yep, those are 3 wide open 3-pointers he's knocked down. That one was probably his best one. He was in really good rhythm. That was a tough move there by Morlock.
Bradley Morlock's got himself 4 points in the ball game. I don't even think the net moved on that last Lundin three-pointer. That was about as pure as it gets. 7-point lead for the Bishop Bryan Lions.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, talk to State Farm agent Michael Lee Braun in Minot today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
We raise the bar on bar food with sandwiches, tenders, and there's more where this came from. To the greatest of all times, Buffalo Wild Wings.
Two minutes on the dot to play here in our first half of basketball. Bishop Bryan's got themselves a 7-point lead. I don't know if it's comfy, but 9 now on the board certainly helps us up and in. Putting that one through the bucket was 33. Connor Rydell for his 4th point to the ballgame.
That was that 1-3-1 again, and they got that diagonal pass there. They got to get that backside wing to be able to drop down there and take that away.
5 players on the score sheet for the Lions. Rebound underneath, put it up off the window and in, and Steele Olson's got himself 7 points here in the first half. 4 players on the score sheet here for MLS. Olson leads them right now as the ball's controlled here and worked back around here by Feller. Feller over on the far wing, worked it to the elbow, then up top. Lundin thought about it, had a little stutter step, and then he's going to throw it across over the arc, and it goes on a play, and that turnover will cause Bishop Bryan to cough it up here to the Mavericks with 1:09 remaining in our first half of basketball.
Seems like 7 points has been the number it always comes back to, you know, where we've been staying on it for a long time. You know, go on the other side about it, Bishop Bryan lets them hang around at 7 points for the entire game. It's only a 3-possession game. They get going hot, then down the stretch, that could be dangerous. So both teams want to really, Ryan wants to extend this, get it into double digits for the second half, or Mavericks are trying to get this to a score or two down the stretch here.
Morlock had the chance from the elbow. He missed, and the board is going to be pulled out of there here by the Lions. They're going to bring it back over the timeline. This is Feller down in the corner. Worked it back up top, down to Rydell. Back over, it goes down to Merck, and it's sent back around top where Ian Johnson has it. Goes back over to Merck. Sends it underneath. Feller's got it. Puts it off the glass and in. And Brady Feller continues to shine here tonight. He's got himself 9 points in the contest, and we're down to 15 seconds to play in the first half of basketball. All right, kids, count them down. We might get into our Premier Chiropractic halftime report clean here tonight as we're down to 7 seconds. Now 6 and 5. Here's Unland. Looks for a spin move, turns back the other way. Unland's on the floor with it. And there's going to be a foul on the play. It's charged now to Carson Merck, his first personal. That's the 7th team foul on Bishop Bryan.
Yeah, Unland's going to shoot bonus free throws here. This is big for him. You know, he going to the line with 1 second left. He was in a bad situation. You know, Bishop Bryan bailed him out by reaching there. And not just reaching, you got to make contact when you reach. But bailed him out. This is big for them to get it back to that 7 number before the break. Looks like we'll end up at 9.
31-22 on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. First game tonight belonged to the Velva Aggies. They await the winner of this one here tonight, and tell you what, both semifinals have been worth the price of admission on the PSP network here tonight and inside the MSU Dome. Premier Chiropractic halftime report comes up next. We'll have our full breakdown of the first half of basketball. It's the Lions on top of the Mavericks in this one tonight. This presentation on the PSP network is proudly brought to you by got a special presentation tonight to Mr. Milt Corsley.
And individual community athletic programs. continued placing accolades on professional athletes and community individuals who have made Northbridge High School athletics a special experience. Today, Elton Nygaard, the Region 6 tournament manager, will present a North Dakota High School Coaches Association Special Recognition Award to Milton Uncle Milt Korsley. Milt started being the team host for state tournaments back in 1980. He has been the head team host, who is responsible for lining up all the individual team hosts for several years. Milt had hosted many boys and girls basketball teams in both Class A and Class B. He also began getting team hosts for the state volleyball tournament. Milt still lines up team hosts, and this will be his 42nd year. He has also been a basketball announcer for 40 years. Mr. Korsley has a major impact on sports throughout the Minot area. He's an awesome volunteer. Milt stays in contact with several of the players and coaches he has had the privilege of hosting in the past, and again, they all call him Uncle Milt. Down on the floor with Uncle Milt tonight are 3 great nieces and 1 great nephew. He also has nieces and nephews watching in Estevan, Canada, Watford City, and Fargo. The North Dakota High School Coaches Association is honored to recognize Uncle Milt with a special recognition award. Congratulations and thank you for all of your service in the past and your continued service, Uncle Milt.
Well, a standing ovation inside the MSU Dome for Milt Korsley. What a fantastic guy, a good friend of ours on the PSP Network. I've known Milt basically my whole life. Congratulations, Milt. What an honor that is, and fantastic stuff. Certainly well-deserving. Family members checked in with me here today and wanted to pass along the congratulations to Uncle Milt on receiving the NDHSAA Special Recognition Award. Your love and passion for sports and people shines through you daily. Watching via computer tonight, Melanie, Randy, Tegan, and Ricky watching tonight. Hope you guys are doing well. Special night for the Korsleys and Milt Korsley. I tell you what, that voice right there, he's an auctioneer, and he's been doing that for many, many years. He's in the Nodak Speedway Hall of Fame as well, and that's where I see him every Sunday night. I'm one of the announcers at Nodak Speedway. I get to see Milt there each and every Sunday night at the Playground of Power. But how good really is Milt Korsley on the microphone for high school basketball? I don't know if it gets any better, honestly, and that's not just because he's getting honored here tonight. I think that's maybe my favorite voice of all time on the PA.
Well, he's a mainstay at any tournament, at any game within the Minot area. Behind the mic, you could always walk in and you get that, they call him Uncle Milt. You get that feeling from him where he's everybody's uncle, everybody knows him, and but he does a great job also. And so congratulations to Milt, and I hope we get to hear him on the mic. He doesn't do much anymore. Hopefully we can get him on the mic one time at the state tournament or something here to get him a little bit of a send-off kind of.
Milt Korsley, congratulations. It's our Premier Chiropractic Intermission Report. We'll come back with the numbers from the first half. Bishop Ryan leads 31-22.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, talk to State Farm agent Michael Lebron in Minot today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Thanks for calling Supreme.
full lineup at Swenson RV and Marine in Minot and Bismarck or online, swensonrv.com.
Ackerman Esvold, your neighbors, friends, and family who are working for you. The local team with local availability and accountability for all of your engineering, architecture, environmental, transportation, and land development needs. Your project can rely on Ackerman Esvold. Find them online at ackermanesvold.com. When you start your project, talk with Ackerman Surveying and Associates. Our experienced surveying team guides you in the right direction with planning, platting, and lot and boundary surveys. The trusted name in land surveying, the trusted name in architecture and engineering is Ackerman Surveying and Ackerman Esvold. Find them at ackermanesvold.com.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, talk to State Farm agent Michael Lee Braun in Minot today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
The magic of what we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care. Here at Premier Chiropractic, we love combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. We found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have 3 chiropractors to fit the needs of the entire family, a rehab area for our exercises and equipment for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
Great smiles come from Vibetta Orthodontics. Vibetta Orthodontics is a certified Invisalign provider. Invisalign fits your budget and your lifestyle. Braces for children, teens, and adults with affordable monthly payments. Schedule your complimentary consultation and exam by logging on to VibettaOrthodontics.com or by calling 701-839-6010.
Great smiles come from Vibetta Orthodontics.
If your eyes could talk, they'd tell you life is better with LASIK. No more reaching for your glasses. No more dry eye from overwearing your contact lenses. Right now, Bismarck LASIK is offering free consultations for LASIK procedures. Break free from the daily hassles and expenses of glasses and contacts. Life is clearly better. Book your free consultation today with Bismarck LASIK and see the difference. Call 222-2020 or schedule online at bismarcklasik.com.
The 30-inch Galactic Pizza is out of this world. There's nothing like it anywhere else in Minot. Too much to handle? Try one of our famous large specialty pizzas like the Blue Buffalo. Get the best pizza in Minot and play some laser tag. At Planet Pizza, South Broadway, Minot. Well, a special night across the board tonight. As we're set for our second half of basketball, Premier Chiropractic intermission report's going to come to a close. Premier Chiropractic, ND.com. That's our family's choice for chiropractic care in the Magic City. Big thanks again to Premier Chiropractic in Minot.
Listen to this Region 4 halftime of the championship game. Lemoore 23, Ellendale 2.
No.
Halftime.
Samacool bombs one in, that one from downtown.
Good start there for the Mavericks right out of there.
Samacool's got himself 8 points in the ballgame.
Kind of run down some scores. Four Winds is up 12 over Harvey in the third. Powers Lake's up 22-16 over Trenton. Carson Merck there with a three-pointer, his first bucket of the game.
As promised, we'll give you these numbers here too real quick across the board. The game reset to this one at the half, 31-22. Bishop Ryan led it scoring by Jet Lundeen with 9, and Brady Feller, who's got 9 as well. 3 for Ian Johnson, 2 for McKay, 4 for Josh Will, and 4 for Rydell. It's the Mavericks that are led with 6 points, make it 7 from Steele Olson in the first half. Unland's got 6, 4 for Riley Morlock, and 5 for Samacool. Any other stats and numbers from across North Dakota that caught your eye at the break?
Well, Powers Lake is that's another semifinal game. They also postponed on Tuesday night. Unland with a nice take there. They're up 22-16. Stanley did win that other region semifinal over there, so they're waiting for the winner of that one. Davies ended up coming back over Century 84-72 in the boys' side at the state A.
Josh Will's got 2 more points, 6 for him in the ball game. Don't you love tournament time? If you're a numbers nerd, this time of the year, it's almost too much to handle because there's just so much action across the board. Twitter was blowing up today. Oh my goodness, we don't need to get into that whole thing, but I'll tell you right now, I'm glad that we're working for PSP Network and not other media companies across the state. Merck from downtown hits for 3.
Having a big third quarter there. You know, defending state champion Kindred's up 27-19 over Enderlin at the half there.
Still also with 2 more points. The lead's at 10. And the lead, a big one now here for Bishop Ryan with under 6 to play here in this third quarter of basketball. Nick Holberg and Lane Fleur on the call tonight. Thanks for joining us. First International Bank and Trust scoreboard's got a 10-point lead for the Lions. They've been in the driver's seat for the majority of this one tonight. 7's kind of been that magic number, and all of a sudden 7 goes to 9 to 10 to all of a sudden 12, and Feller's got himself 2 more points in the ball game, and Brady Feller's up to 11 of the 41 here tonight. Morlock works it around the corner now, and it's back up top where it's taken here. Savakul calls for it. He's going to pop for 3, no good. Rebound pulled out of there by Morlock, and Riley Morlock works it back up to the elbow where it comes to Unland. He works it back up. Morlock, this is a high school 3. He's got it.
Yeah, that's big there. They got to chip away at this thing. Like you said, it was at 7, and then all of a sudden it's up at 11. It's real quick in 2 possessions. They need to, Feller from way.
Hello.
Yep, that was from the spike line in the volleyball.
That was from the Spicy Pie across the street. That was a bomb from downtown. Unland's got it here. There's going to be a foul away from the basketball inside the paint. I believe it's going to be on 23 White. It is on Josh Will. My eyes don't fail me always, but when we're up on the 3rd level here at the MSU Dome, sometimes it's hard to see those numbers, but I read that one all the way. Will charged with his 2nd personal. First team foul in the second half. Ball's on the floor, but back out with it come the Lions, and away with it Ian Johnson sends it inside. Brady Feller gets that one to roll around the rim, and Brady Feller's on a different planet right now. He had 9 in the first half.
7 already.
Contributing 7 here, the second, according to my math, that's good enough for 16 here tonight. He's leading all scorers right now. There's a timeout on the floor, and for good reason. 46-32, Bishop Ryan has unhooked the plow. Looking about as good as a State Fair corn dog right now. They lead this one 46-32 on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard.
Carson, timeout.
Who calls a timeout in this game?
Me, I'm icing the kicker.
Really?
It'll give us more time to talk about First Western Bank and Trust.
Like our convenient online banking.
Along with smart trust service options.
We're all about hometown service with bankers that know you and the community.
Okay, go ahead and kick.
I don't believe this.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
We raise the bar on bar food with sandwiches, tenders, and burgers. There's more where this came from. To the greatest of all times, Buffalo Wild Wings.
Unland from in the paint as we come back from the commercial break. No good. Rebound pulled out of there by the Lions. They've got possession, but then it goes out of bounds off of Feller's hands, and we're down to 4:07 to play here in the third quarter. Matt Yell with the officiating duties tonight with Brian Offworth. Is that Ingebrigtsen, the other one down
Brent
there?
Ingebrigtsen, yep.
This is about as A-team as it gets for officials inside of region number 6. Remember how much of a dominating force Matt Yeo was for Berthold back in his time?
Yeah, he was one of the good ones. Another big three, my Morlock.
Morlock's got back-to-back threes. He bombs that one from downtown. Under 4 to play here in this third quarter. I'll never forget the first time I was at the Berthold gym. They didn't qualify for the region tournament here this year, but they've had some teams in the past that have certainly done some good things. The Yale brothers took them all the way to the big dance. If I'm not mistaken, a second-place finish here at the MSU Dome. Is that right? Do you remember that?
I don't remember what place they got, but they were good.
They were.
Yep, they were a lot of good. I know Adam Grant back then when Berthold, they got second, losing to Mayport in the state championship. That was a fun game.
You want to talk about a filled-up MSU Dome. You had the entire population of Berthold, and every farmer within 20 miles was here for that one that night. I tell you what, or that entire state B, runner in the lane, no good. This board pulled down by Feller. 46-35, Ryan on top. Moral of the story, one of the Zebras here tonight was one of the best to play. Here's a jump shot from Ian Johnson.
Calling it on the ground. On the ground.
Goes through the bucket, but it is not going to count. Savakul charged with, according to my count, his first. It is on the board as well, his first personal. First team foul. The Lions will inbound here. Quiet crowd tonight inside of the MSU Dome. My guess is that the weather's certainly not helping that cause here tonight. Feller steps back, three-pointer. That thing was just about down, and then
Jet Lundin.
Unland's got it here. He drops it off Morlock. Spin move, trying to get over the timeline. Brings it back to Unland, and Unland brings it to the near wing, puts it up. No good. Taken away by Ian Johnson, and Johnson goes back over to Lundin, and Lundin's got it here. Forward it comes. Merck had his pocket picked, and taking it away was Steele Olson. 2:28 to play here in the third quarter. It's an 11-point lead for the Lions, but it's a Lions team that has been in the driver's seat, controlling the majority of the tempo here tonight. If you're the Mavericks, is there a game plan that you have for Brian Olson right now, the head coach? You're in year number 5.
They got to get good shots. There's a good one from Unland there. Good job there. But they got to get stops on the defensive end. You know, they've been switching up their defense anywhere from a 1-3-1 to triangle and 2, man-to-man. They got to stop Feller right now, but Merck's having a huge third quarter, and then they count that one. He's going to go to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play. You know, they got to stop that. They did a better job this second half stopping the transition, but the three ball is killing them right now.
Carson Merck, and one opportunity. That one's in, nothing but net for Merck. Got to correct myself at the top of the show tonight. I talked about Dave Unland. Said that he played at MLS.
Glenburn.
Played at Glenburn, of course. He was a Panther. The way he used to shoot the three ball, you'd think that would be ingrained in everybody's brains. There's a 3 attempt. Speaking of which, Kellen Henry fires from downtown. Unland now resides in the Lansford area.
Yep.
Taken back outside. Merck works it around. Lundin looking for number 4 of the night. No good.
Oh.
Feller's got it here. Puts up the board. Off the glass and in. And Brady Feller scores again. And Feller has been on a mission tonight. Savakul, no good. Savakul's got it back at the elbow. Sends it around. Comes back over to the corner. Here's a 3 attempt. That one off the mark on the attempt from Henry.
Yeah, that would have been a big one there. Back-to-back threes for Henry there if that one would have went. Big possession here again. They want this thing to be under 10 going into that fourth quarter. You know, if you asked Coach Olson earlier today, if you asked him, hey, we're going to be under 10 going into the fourth quarter, you're going to take that. Absolutely. Give yourself a chance to win down the stretch. But they do not want to go down 14 or 15 right now. So this next minute is extremely important for them. 10 just looks so much better on the scoreboard, or under 10.
Sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives right now. Time's running out. Not for Merck. He lays it up and in. And Carson Merck, the 5'11 junior guard, has himself a second half to remember here in the semifinals and a 13-point lead.
And he has 11 in this quarter.
Yeah, you're right. You say that 13 compared to 9 just feels like a different type of mountain, doesn't it?
Yep. You know, especially against a team playing so well with Bishop Ryan right now. They need a bucket here.
Basketball's worked up top. All right, kids, cut them down. We're at 10, now 9, now 8.
Good backdoor cut.
Morlock couldn't get it to go, but he gets it off there to Ryan Morlock. And Morlock, that's Ryan's got the points at the buzzer, no good. And we've got ourselves an 11-point ball game with the Lions on top. So we approach the final 8 minutes of the semifinals here tonight. Buckle up tight. It's not over yet. But Bishop Ryan's starting to taste their seats in the region title tomorrow. Come back for the fourth quarter. It's the Lions up 53-42. This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP 53-42, Bishop Ryan on top. Region 6 semifinals tonight from the MSU Dome. And it's the Mavericks that are going to get the ball back 8 seconds into this fourth quarter. If you haven't already done it, we ask that you like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms. Make sure to hit subscribe on YouTube, like and follow on PSP Network's Facebook. Follow us on Twitter as well. Our mission is to promote local athletes across the board. Certainly enjoy doing that. Big stuff down low. Ian Johnson got up with the hands and said, "Not in my house." Other side of the floor. Will made a pass that maybe wasn't the one that McKay wanted. Excuse me. Nevertheless, there's a whistle on the play. Brian Opforth's got the foul on the play. And it's going to be charged on number 5, Shokvist. That's Cordell Shokvist that picks up his first personal. 6'3" junior commits the fourth personal here for the Mavericks. It's like the energy just got sucked out of here with a vacuum, didn't it?
Yep, that was a big block by Unland. You know, the weather is something that you can't control. So, like, it took, like, Tuesday's momentum from Monday night, took it away a little bit tonight. I do feel bad for these boys playing tonight. They're not playing in the normal crowd. Like, you look across, the rugby fans have all completely left. The Velvet fans have all completely left, and that's not normal here in the state. But we live in a state where the weather dictates a lot what we do, and so these boys aren't getting their full regional experience right now, but we're getting the game in, and we're going to find a champion tomorrow night.
Ian Johnson doesn't care who's here. He just knows that he's got 6 points, both from behind the three-point line. Oh, big stuff again. Feller says nope.
Out of bounds.
Ball's going to go back to MLS. When you look at Brady Feller, 6'3" junior, averaging 19.1 per night, a player that was all district and region last year as a sophomore. 15 points, 6 rebounds per game last year. He hit 33 threes last season. As a sophomore, he seems to only be getting better. Is there any weakness in your game that you can see, or is this a next level guy in your mind?
I think he's the next level guy, especially if he can get another inch or two bigger. But if he probably had to pick a weakness right now, it'd probably be his ball handling, just because he doesn't have to do it a whole lot. He's a lot of catch and shoot type of guy. but they do a lot of transition where it's just one pass and dribble. But that would probably be the difference there. And then obviously the second level playing defense is another animal. But offensively, scoring the basketball, rebounding the basketball, no. I mean, he can score with the best in the state of North Dakota.
Jump basketball is a call. Minot High Magets get through the opening round of the state basketball tournament. Congratulations to Jason Schwarz's group. The Magets and the Magi are both on to the semifinals. It's been a while since both Minot High clubs have been at the state A Super A tournament, and they both get into the semis tomorrow night. Congratulations to them. MLS with the basketball. They work it up top. They trail 56-42 with under 6 minutes to play. And the energy in the venue seems to have left when the doors opened up. It's certainly leaving more now for MLS because Feller puts it up through the hole and scores another one. And Brady Feller's having himself a ball game here tonight. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 11. Make it 20 total of the ball game according to my count here tonight. And more importantly, a 58-42 lead. Your thoughts on this right now? Is there anything MLS that can do to stop the bleeding here?
Well, right now they got to go now, and with being able to stop Ryan, right now they're flowing. Merck had a huge third quarter there. Feller's having a huge second half. It might be a little too late, but if Mavericks are going to do it, they're going to have to do it right now.
58-42. Big thanks again to this tournament for having us again inside of region number 6. Sure appreciate Alton Nygaard and what he does for these tournaments. So many great familiar faces around here. Jeff Brose and Steve Pino for the entire Region 6 and District 12 tournament lineup. They've been manning the music and doing the PA work. So many volunteers make this thing work. Without our sponsors, we wouldn't be here. Stevens Grain Cleaning and Seed Sales of Glenburn, Brose Funeral Home of Mulhall, Flower Central of Minot, Stevens Welding Machine of Glenburn, Michael Braun, State Farm Insurance Agency, Ackerman Esvold, Swenson RV and Marine of Minot and Bismarck, home to Tracker Boats. We sure appreciate all those sponsors. And again, kind of like those volunteers, without those sponsors, this tournament just wouldn't happen on the PSP network. So a big thank you again to those. And of course, our normal slate of sponsors that we have on a monthly basis on the PSP network. Fouls on the play. Rydell's going to be charged. According to my count, that's number 1 on Rydell.
Yep.
13 points in the quarterfinals for him. He's been fairly quiet here tonight. He's got 4 points here in the semis, but doesn't matter because the workload's being carried from the other players on this Lions lineup. Shokvist hits the first one. His first points of the ball game.
Yeah, it's really important that they can score with the clock stopped. He makes both of them. That's big. It's 14 again. They need a couple stops here in a row. They got to get this thing to about that 7 range here with about 3 minutes left to go to give them a chance down the end. Turnover there. This is a big, huge. They can't have any more empty possessions. They got to come away with points on every one.
And it doesn't have to be a 3-pointer at this point in the ball game, obviously. But the momentum, there's Unland. He took one up top. Unland had the stare back at Connor Riddell, and Riddell ends up with his second personal. Unland kind of gave him the Diamond Dallas Page look from the old WCW wrestling.
Yep, snapped his head back like the Rock going back in there. But this is a huge possession here for MLS. Like we said, they can't have empty ones. They need a bucket. And like you said, it does not have to be a 3-pointer. They just need points right now on consecutive trips down the floor.
3 wouldn't hurt anything, by the way. Comes back up top. Here's that 3 they're looking for. No good. No. Well, every time that those don't fall for him, it's like a dagger. You can just feel it inside the venue.
Yep.
You're exactly right.
Yeah, they just, right now, it's 14 points. They also took 25 seconds off shooting that, and that's Brian's biggest their biggest thing right now I want to take, and then you can't let him get the ball down there that low. Brady's so tough, but when he's around 3 to 4 feet away from the basket, he's almost automatic.
There's a big three-pointer, Riley Morlock. He's got himself 3 3-pointers here in the ballgame.
No, I really like this kid. You know, he's going to be a fun one to watch here in the next couple years, only a sophomore. Might just be a little bit too late. Shout out to his cousins. It's also his cousin's birthday today, Val Stevens from Glenburn. Would be Riley's, I don't know what kind of cousin, but a cousin there.
Feller's got it in the far corner. Worked around the umbrella now, and back inside it comes.
Yep, there we go.
Take it back away, and here comes
the
Mavericks
can't
again
have a turnover.
Over the half line, and Chokefist had it taken away. It comes back down to Samico. They just got to relax for a moment here with the ball.
Yep, playing hot potato a little bit there with the ball. Nobody wanted it.
They turn it over, and there's a full timeout on the floor. 3:31 left here in regulation. 60-47, Bishop Bryant on top.
Esvold, your neighbors, friends, and family who are working for you. The local team with local availability and accountability for all of your engineering, architecture, environmental, transportation, and land development needs. Your project can rely on Ackerman Esvold. Find them online at ackermanesvold.com. When you start your project, talk with Ackerman Surveying and Associates. Our experienced surveying team guides you in the right direction with planning, platting, and lot and boundary surveys. The trusted name in land surveying, the trusted name in architecture and engineering is Ackerman Surveying and Ackerman Esvold. Find them at ackermanesvold.com.
Find the full lineup at Swenson RV and Marine in Monaghan, Bismarck, or online, swensonrv.com.
Thirteen-point lead as we approach the final moments of this one. Nick Holberg and Lane Fleur tonight here on the PSP Network. Sure appreciate you folks for joining us. It's the semifinals of the Region 6 tournament here tonight. Velva got into the big dance tomorrow with a win over Rugby. Did that surprise you earlier on tonight in a way?
I knew it was going to be a tight one, you know, and like I said, I reffed that first game, and Velva was winning going into the fourth quarter, and it slipped away on them. But no, both teams know each other extremely well. They both. I expected it to be a higher scoring game and a little bit more offense production, but you know, I know Coach Sandro right now is not complaining about it. They'll take any win possible right now.
Udland from downtown couldn't get it to fall. Batted out of bounds here by the Mavericks, and it will be Bishop Bryant basketball. 2:49 left here in the fourth quarter. Obviously a game plan and a scheme that you have in the playbook for situations like this when you're trailing, but it just seems like one of those nights where things aren't falling for you to begin with. It's hard to get the motor turning.
Yep, and you know, they gonna go offensive foul there on Feller. Yeah, you know, they just didn't get the big shot when they needed it, and you know, they stayed at that 7 range. They could never really get closer to them in the second quarter. You know, Ryan gave them multiple opportunities to get. We got technical on Coach Bosch here, or the bench.
Well, the way that Brody Bosch seemed surprised by it, he turned around. It's actually somebody. Look at the Bishop Bryant coaching staff. They're turning around, looking up into the seats. I think that might have been somebody from the seats.
Yep, from behind them, maybe.
Is that possible?
Well, if he hears it, he thinks it's from the bench. He can give it to him, but you cannot give a fan a technical. Not sure what happened there, but it's 2 big free throws there by Morlock. You know, it's an 11-point game, 2.5 minutes. It's not out of reach, but it's going to be extremely difficult, and they got to get a big one Ryan calling a timeout. I like that timeout. Let's regather. Let's come back out of this. Finish the 2 minutes 34 seconds on a note that we're proud of and how we want to do it.
Brody Bosch had a conversation with Brian Onforth to discuss that technical foul that Morlock cashed in on. 11-point ball game. It's not over till she's singing. We're getting close. 2:34 left here in regulation.
Talk. They tell you life is better with LASIK. No more reaching for your glasses. No more dry eye from overwearing your contact lenses. Right now, Bismarck LASIK is offering free consultations for LASIK procedures. Break free from the daily hassles and expenses of glasses and contacts. Life is clearly better. Book your free consultation today with Bismarck LASIK and see the difference. Call 222-2020 or schedule online at bismarcklasik.com.
$60-49 here with 2:34 remaining here in quarter number 4. Nick Holberg alongside of Lane Fleur for the call here tonight. Got to apologize. Took the reins over for Scott Cattell for the Region 6 tournament here on the PSP Network. Scotty K is down at the State 8 tournament. I put together our game notes here tonight, and I'm realizing that Farmer's Choice should be in our ad rotation here tonight, and I do greatly apologize. Farmer's Choice bringing you this Region 6 tournament as well. Please bear with us. We do apologize. It's been a hectic week with everything and the changes across the board with the snowstorm on Tuesday and the no travel advised, the school shut down. Put a little bit of a kink into the system across the board. Busy day on the PSP Network today. No excuse, of course, but we do apologize to Farmer's Choice. I'll make it up to you, I promise. 2 minutes to play here in this fourth quarter of basketball. 60-49. Here's Feller. He's blocked by Unland.
Gonna be a shot clock violation. You know, you never want to say never right now. You know, it's only 4 3-pointers or 2 3-pointers or 3 3-pointers and a 2, but they got to go quick here. They got to be very efficient. They got to get a couple of quick defensive stops here. Well, that helps them going to the line there, making them going to be able to score. Unland's going to go to the line here with the clock stopped. I know Coach Bosch has to sit on the bench now because of the technical. He's like, what are we doing there? We don't want to follow them 35 feet away from the basket when they're not trying to score there. So these are big free throws for Unland.
Here, a pin drop in this place. Yep. Unland hits the first one. Unland's got himself 11 points in the ball game here tonight. The lead cut down to 10. It's not over. MLS is hanging in here right now, but they're going to need this one here, which would be crucial to get it underneath 10, like you talked about earlier on here tonight. 10 feels a little bit worse than 9, and that's where we're at now as Unland gets the second one, and it's a 9-point lead.
Big stop. Oh, got it. Can they hang on?
3-possession ball game.
There
Morlock
it is.
from 3 off the front of the rim, no good. Unland's got it back up top. Taken back up now by Savakul.
They don't need a 3.
Dribble drive back through the lane, and it's going to be pushed out of bounds here. The minute 26 left here in this fourth quarter. A 9-point lead. To explain that and trying to get the high school kids just to take a breath in situations like that is not easy.
Yep, you know, Olson's got 3 timeouts left, so they're in business if they can get one, but they gotta score quick. It's just points.
Morlock.
Oh, moving pick.
Put it through the hole, but the foul was called by Brian Onforth. You want to explain that one for us?
It was on Steele Olson there. He just was moving, and guy tried to jump around him. He kind of jumped back at him. You know, I'm going to watch it here on the replay here.
Another foul charged here.
Yep, so Jet Lundine's going to go to the line here.
Each team in the bonus here with 80 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter.
No, it was, you know, he was trying to, Jet Lundine was trying to get there and guard the guy with the ball, and Steele just kind of ran in the way and got him with the shoulder. That was a pretty easy one. Steele's probably saying it was incidental contact, but incidental contact or not, it's a foul.
Lundeen hits from here. Jet Lundeen's going to be a pretty good little player as well.
Yeah, I mean, he's not afraid to shoot the basketball. He made some big three-pointers there in the first half. You know, he's been quiet the second half, but 2 big free throws there. That will pretty much seal the deal, I'm guessing. You know, down 11 again here, a minute 20. They got to go quick.
And now you need some three-pointers in a quick hurry.
Yep.
Up top it comes for Savakul. Tried to open up the lane for himself. He couldn't. Comes back away underneath now. Taken here by Unland. Corner, three ball.
And then they foul him. Going to have 3 free throws.
He'll have the opportunity to shoot 3 times from the charity stripe with 1:05 remaining. On a chilly night from the MSU Dome as the winner moves on to the region final tomorrow night. We'll have the 3rd place game. That's a 7 o'clock start tomorrow night, if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check.
Third place will be at 6 again.
3rd place game at 6 o'clock. That one falls for Unland. 6 o'clock, 3rd place, 7:30 for the title game. We'll have both of them for you tomorrow night.
You know, I think Coach Bosch is going to be excited they're going to the championship, but he's not going to like how this game ended here. You know, with some fouls that shouldn't have happened. You know, right now the worst thing possible for them is to score with the time stopped. You know, right now, if he makes this next one, they're going to go 7 for 7 here in the last 2 minutes with the time stopped. If they don't make those fouls, this game's probably already over.
Well, they had the opportunity to have the Mavericks walk the plank here late in the ball game. With the sword of the back, but unable to completely get him to jump ship. That ball's going to go to bounds.
Yep, it's going to be their ball.
Says it's Maverick basketball, and that's going to make it a little more interesting here with 1:01 remaining here in the 4th quarter.
Yep, doing some offense, defensive subs here. They need 3s though now. You know, a minute left here. They get 1 3 here. This will change the whole game here. Make it really interesting. Oh, turnover.
Ball sent into Morlock. It's taken away by the Lions. Lundeen's got it here. Lundeen's going to be fouled as inside Savakul commits the crime. But the right play there with 54 seconds remaining here in this 4th quarter of basketball. 62-53, Lions are on top. Down the stretch we come. And the free throw importance, a big one down for the Lions as they look to put the icing on the cake. Lundeen gets the first one. 3 in a row from the charity stripe for Jet Lundeen. How do you like his stat line tonight? 3 3-pointers in the first half. He's been quiet here in the second, except for 3 trips to the free throw line.
4 for 4.
Making 2 trips to the free throw line and 4 for 4 for him. 50 seconds to play, and Mavericks throw it over to the corner, but it goes off for Merck and out of bounds. 49.8. Is this one all but over but the crying tonight, you think?
Yeah, you know, it's 11 now. They just can't trade baskets when you're trying to come from behind at the very end of the game. You know, that's what they've been able to do because Ryan's making free throws. And, you know, they need a 3 and they need it quick.
Here's one from downtown, and Steele Olson hits for 3. 64-56, and that makes things a little bit more interesting with 38 seconds remaining here in regulation, but then the foul is charged, and to the free throw line will go Ian Johnson.
And he's got 2 of them here. You know, never say never. I mean, they keep battling back. They just won't go away, so you got to give MLS credit here. Ian Johnson, you know, these 2 free throws are big, and, you know, misses the first here, so we're guaranteed at least a three possession game. They go down and score here quick. It will be a quick timeout by Coach Olson, and this thing is not over yet, but they can't take 10 or 15 seconds off the clock. It's got to be, I take the first shot available right now.
Second one falls. Here's Savakul. He's going to walk it over the timeline. Now it's going to come here to Unland. He goes to the elbow, dribbles in. Ball's on the floor. Look out. Comes away to the Lions, and the Lions bring it back across. They're going to move it around. They're playing hot potato with it. And with 23.1 left here in regulation, Bishop Ryan can almost sense Their appearance in the region championship tomorrow against the Velva Aggies at 7 p.m. Not over till it's over, like you mentioned, though, as Brady Feller's at the free throw line, and Feller's going to put this one up. He misses. Number 1 seed out of district number 12 for the Lions. 17-6 coming in. 10 region championships. Their last was in 2019. State title to their name, but only one.
That one probably does it, making it a 4-score game.
Feller, big night tonight. Here's a 3 attempt, off the window and in. Steele Olson.
Every time I say that, pretty much does it. They, make a big play. But we're just down to 14 seconds with 7, unless we get a little bit of Reggie Miller action when he scored 9 and whatever it was, 7 seconds for the Pacers. This one's pretty much over. But you got to give the Mavericks a lot of credit. They didn't die or didn't quit, and they kept battling. And on the other end, Ryan's made some big free throws down the stretch that has really kind of iced the comeback a little bit.
Shots Crossroad postgame show is going to come up next. Shots Crossroads open 24/7, 365. Team buses are always welcome. Make sure to consider Shots Crossroads when you bring your teams to town. Team bus is always welcome. Shots Crossroads again, home to the famous number 99. I'm into the banana cream pie. I think that tonight Shots Crossroads would be good. A little breakfast for supper kind of a deal tonight.
Well, you might need shots after you threw that hamburger away.
I'm in trouble. I can't believe that I did that.
Yep, you threw that hamburger away. You're not going to have any leftovers when you get home. You better go to Shots and get your banana cream pie. Bring that home to the wife and apologize.
I think I will.
Yep.
Get some ham and cheese balls for the ride home, too.
Yep.
14.3 left in the ballgame. Lundeen sends it in. He's going to get it back. They're going to follow him again, and Lundeen is going to find his way to the charity stripe. He's hit 4 straight here. Down to 11.6 remaining. Tournament coverage brought to you by Stevens Grain Cleaning and Seed Sales of Glenburn, Bros Funeral Home of Mohall, Flower Central, Stevens Grain Cleaning and Seed Sales.
Farmer's Choice.
Our friends at Farmer's Choice. Michael Brown Insurance, State Farm Agency, Ackerman Esvold, Swenson RV and Marine, and of course all those other fine sponsors that you hear on the PSP network. 67-59. Whole timeout here. This one kind of feels like a road trip, just taking a little while to.
Yep, it's just, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? We're getting close here with 11.6 seconds. Did Jet make that first free throw?
He did.
He did.
I think he did. 5 for 5.
5 for 5 from the line there. That's big for the 5'11" freshman. He's got 14 points here, and you can pretty much write this one in the book. Bishop Ryan Lions will be facing off against Velva Aggies. They have 6 losses on the year. One of those losses is to Velva. So it will be an interesting battle on tomorrow night.
Lundeen's going to come back to the charity stripe. We're going to keep it inside the MSU Dome. Join us for the Shields pregame show tomorrow around 5:40 for the third place game first, followed by the championship game at 7:30 tomorrow night. Third place game's always tough to play in the region, isn't it? That's just one that nobody really wants to be a part of.
Yeah, it's one last game to let the seniors kind of go out how they want to go out, but it also brings more fans into the stands for that championship games. Gets another school base here, but you're right, exactly. Oh, he did get fouled. Another foul down the stretch. You look at Coach Bosch on the sidelines. He just has his looking straight up to the sky right now. Let's just let this game get over here, guys.
3 shots for Morlock.
He had he started off with only 4 in the first half. He's got 9, 11 here the second half here. I had my head down. Did he make that one?
He missed.
He missed. Not to rub it in, I guess. There, you got that one.
Gets that one to fall. Missed his first 2 free throws of the ball game. Then he hit 2. Then he missed, and then he made. Let's see how he ends his night here tonight. Here's the last one for him, and that one's off the mark.
Oh, that should do it.
Bishop Ryan's on to the region championship with a 67-60 victory tonight over the MLS Mavericks. Time for our Shots Crossroad postgame show tonight. Shots Crossroad over the famous number 99. Shots Crossroads brings you the postgame show here tonight. Hope you stick around and join us for that. We'll name our player of the game. We'll have our move of the game as well. All comes up next in the Shots Crossroad postgame show here on the PSP Network.
Oh, easy, easy. I think I'm good. You got my good side, right? Not too many lights. I don't want to get fried before my time. Oh, it's egg-tastic. You never know what dish you're going to end up in. My dream dish is a 99. It's so popular. Me and a fellow egg tag teaming with some crispy golden hash browns. Have you seen those hash browns? Those guys are shredded. Throw in some diced ham, onions, and melted cheese. Oh, it's a party for your taste buds. Oh, here comes Chevy. Hold on, Chevy. Did you guys get everything that you needed? 99. Here I come. Shots Crossroads. It's an excellent place to eat.
You remember where this goes?
I don't know.
Are you sure it was a clicking and not a zzz, zzz?
I think your quash litter valve's stuck.
Do you even have insurance?
If we soak it, it should be good.
No matter how much you know or don't know about your vehicle, trust the experts at Tires Plus. Real answers from real mechanics.
Inspections are free to ensure your vehicle is always in peak condition.
Thinking service? Think Tires Plus.
Great smiles come from Vibetta Orthodontics. Vibetta Orthodontics is a certified Invisalign provider. Invisalign fits your budget and your lifestyle. Braces for children, teens, and adults with affordable monthly payments. Schedule your complimentary consultation and exam by logging on to VibettaOrthodontics.com or by calling 701-839-6010.
Great smiles come from Vibetta Orthodontics.
Ackerman Esvold, your neighbors, friends, and family who are working for you. The local team with local availability and accountability for all of your engineering, architecture, environmental, transportation, and land development needs. Your project can rely on Ackerman Esvold. Find them online at AckermanEsvold.com. When you start your project, talk with Ackerman Surveying and Associates. Our experienced surveying team guides you in the right direction with planning, platting, and lot and boundary surveys. The trusted name in land surveying, the trusted name in architecture and engineering is Ackerman Surveying and Ackerman Esvold. Find them at AckermanEsvold.com.
A 7-point victory tonight here for the Bishop Ryan Lions. They go back to the region championship game tomorrow night when they take on the Velva Aggies. Good day here for schools in the Magic City. Modern High boys, Modern High girls won at the Super A. Bishop Ryan wins here at the Region 6 tournament. Welcome into our Shots Crossroad postgame show here tonight. Shots Crossroads, where team buses are always welcome. Shots Crossroads, home to the famous number 99. Big thanks again to Shots Crossroads for their continued support of North Dakota high school athletics on the PSP Network. If you haven't tried the banana cream pie there, I'm telling you, it's fantastic stuff at Shots Crossroads. This one boils down to a few stat lines here tonight that we'll read off in just a moment, but first, the X's and O's side of it. Lane Fleur comes in with his thoughts now. Lane, your big takeaway of this ball game here tonight, it just seemed like, to me, Bishop Ryan just kept that foot on the gas pedal, and it seemed like the Mavericks just couldn't find a way to convert on the shots they needed to make to get that momentum they needed tonight.
Yeah, right away, Bishop Ryan jumped out in transition. They got up early. They're running the floor really nice. You know, we talked about a pregame. You can't let Brady Feller get in the 20s, and he was able to get a quick quick 7 points there in the first quarter. Well on his way to having a really good night again. But transition points right away. Stayed at 7 for a long time in the second quarter, where I felt like MLS had a few chances to really kind of, or Bishop Ryan gave him a few possessions in a row there, where, hey, you guys can kind of come back in this game a little bit to get it closer, but they weren't able to capitalize on it. And then to start the second half, it was kind of the Carson Merck show. He kind of took over. He had 11 there in the third quarter, got it up into double digits, and it teeter-tottered back and forth from 7 to 11 there the rest of the game. Give the Mavericks a lot of credit. They didn't quit. They battled till the very end, but Bishop Ryan made too many free throws down the stretch.
Well, you look at the final stat lines of this one here tonight, Lane, and it was an MLS team that shot 40% from the field, 20 for 49, and it was Bishop Ryan that shot 53% in the ball game. Those 13 percentage points don't always equate to a 7-point victory here tonight, but in this case it did. 67-60 on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. Time to look at the game highs and team numbers of this ball game tonight. Let's start with the Mavericks from Mulhall, who suffer the defeat tonight to fall to 12-11 on the season. They'll play for third tomorrow. 15 points for Steele Olson tonight. He had 3 3-pointers in the ball game. Good night for Steele Olson tonight for sure. 16 for Riley Morlock as well. He had 3 3-pointers in the second half of basketball. 14 points tonight for Jacob Bundlin. 8 for Joe Savacool, 2 for Kellen Henry. 2 on the night for Sjökvist. And that's how the Mavericks score 60. The Lions are led tonight by guess who? 23 points for the All-District, All-Region player in Brady Feller. 14 tonight for Jet Lundeen, the freshman. 10 for Carson Merck. 7 for Ian Johnson. 2 for Brent McKay. 6 on the night for Josh Will. And 4 for Rydell. And that's how the Lions score 67 tonight to take care of the MLS Mavericks tonight on the PSP Network in the region semifinals. It was a showdown tonight of two teams that came in and flexed the muscle. At the half, 31-22, Bishop Ryan had the lead, but MLS was right there with them. Just the Ryan ball team that pulled away. You look forward to the region championship. Bishop Ryan, Velva, two teams that are going to be going toe-to-toe in that one. You have a favorite coming up tomorrow night to win a region title? I
think it'll be a battle. You know, Velva's looking for that first ticket to the state tournament ever in the basketball side of it, and then Ryan's looking to go back to where they've been accustomed to going in the last 20 years. So should be a really good battle. You know, Ryan's not going to have the size advantage like they had tonight down low, so it'll be a little bit different. It's gonna come down to you got to stop Feller, and if Feller gets going early, it will be tough for them to be able to do that. But I know Coach Slandro will throw a bunch of different defenses at him, and we'll see what happens. Tonight should be a very exciting night in that championship game. See who punches one of the last 2 tickets to the state tournament, as we do have 6 teams that have punched tonight.
When we come back, we're going to name our MVP of the contest, brought to you by Sport Clips. We're also going to bring you the MVP of the ball game tonight as well. It's the Shots Crossroads postgame show here on the PSP Network.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
Find the full lineup at Swenson RV and Marine in Monaghan, Bismarck, or online, swensonrv.com.
Back to the MSU Dome. 7-point win tonight here for the Bishop Ryan Lions. They take care of MLS to advance to the region championship here tonight. Nick Holberg and Lane Fleur as we get ready to wrap this one up. We went to the commercial break to talk about our MVP of the ball game and the move of the game tonight. We didn't even talk about it.
Nope.
Talked about Shots Crossroads having that delicious menu that includes the famous number 99. Shots Crossroads brings you the post-game show here tonight. Big thank you to the Beater family before they walk away here tonight. We appreciate you guys so much for all your help. Brandon, Jenny, their family here tonight, we sure appreciate them. Big thanks to Braden Byers as well for helping us here tonight as well, running camera and running the scoreboard here tonight. Time for our move of the game here tonight. It's brought to you by our friends at Roger Ward Moving and Storage. Roger Ward Moving and Storage brings you the move of the game. If you're moving across town or across country, let Roger Ward Moving and Storage help you with all your moving and storage needs. Is there one here tonight that stands out in your mind as a move of the game that really kind of maybe sealed the deal tonight, or one that started the motor for Bishop Ryan here tonight?
I would go with Carson Merck's back-to-back three-pointers to start the second half there. He made two big three-pointers there, got them going. Then, 2 possessions later had the and one big play. So he had 9 quick points there to start the third quarter. I would give the play of the game those back-to-back three-pointers.
There's your move of the game tonight, brought to you by Roger Ward Moving and Storage. Again, moving across town or across the country with locations in Bismarck, Minot, Fargo, and Aberdeen. Let them help you with their moving and storage services. Find them online, RogerWardMovingandStorage.com. Final order of business here tonight. And the final order of business tonight is our MVP of the ball game. The MVP brought to you by our friends at Sport Clips. Locations in Minot and Bismarck. Get the MVP haircut experience at Sport Clips in the Magic City or in Bismarck. Is that where you get your haircut? Looks like it.
Yes, I have.
Looks like an MVP experience on top of your head without a doubt.
Well, when I go there, I definitely get the MVP. They put the towel on your face, and it's a good experience.
You gotta love it. Obviously tonight, Brady Feller was in fuego with 23 points. But the way that Carson Merck controlled the floor here tonight, he only scored 10 points here. Jet Lundin could be up for this tonight probably as well. But did you like Carson Merck's game enough here tonight to award him the MVP of this contest?
Well, he had a huge third quarter there with it. But, we talked about it a little bit. Brady Feller has won so many of them from us. But also had a double-double again tonight. 23 and 10. He was 10 for 16 from the field, 10 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks, 2 steals. That's just extremely good night for him. But Carson Merck's had a huge third quarter, and then he's also the floor general out there. He doesn't get a lot of the credit, but I would put both of those two up for the player of the game tonight.
Carson Merck is who you'll see on Facebook tonight with the social media post. He's your MVP of the ball game. Brady Feller obviously right there with him, 23 points. Lundin nailing some three-pointers tonight. The freshman was big as well with 14. Plenty of guys in the lineup tonight deserving some credit in this ball game. Closing thoughts as we go around the region in the state of North Dakota. Do you have some updates on scores from around the state here tonight?
Yep, we had 6 teams punch their ticket out of Region 1. Kindred, big over Enderlin, 70-50. Region 2, you have Grafton over Hillsboro, 64-62. Lemoore in Region 3, 48. Ellendale, 23. That was that 23-2 halftime score. Region 4, you have Four Winds coming back to the Minot Dome with a 61-34 win over Harvey Wells County. In Region 5, I don't have the score, but I do know Shiloh beat Wilton tonight. And then in Region 7, Bowman was 73, Hazen 49. And then we do have the 2 semifinal games. Obviously, we have the Bishop Ryan Velva game here tomorrow night. But then also out in Williston, Powers Lake defeated Trenton 65, Trenton 40. To have another showcase game with Stanley. They played twice already this year. Both have been within 5. That should be a really fun one out in Williston.
Should be a lot of fun. Sure appreciate your partner. A lot of fun tonight working with you. Sure appreciate your time, of course.
No, it's been a lot of fun here, and I appreciate any time I can come here and help PSP. I get to watch great basketball, and looking forward to tomorrow night to crown our Region 6 champion.
It's going to be a lot of fun. We sure appreciate you. Want to give our special thanks again here tonight to Braden Byers for helping with the tech side of the production here tonight. Big thank you and a huge thank you to Brandon Beater and his family for, again, their continued support to the PSP Network. A lot of countless hours behind the scenes to make these broadcasts run across the board. Busy day today. We started our coverage today at 12:40 this afternoon with the girls' Super A. The boys' Super A continues on with Chuck Claremont and Scott Woodmansey still at the Event Center in Bismarck. We're nowhere near done yet, however. Got more action tomorrow starting in the early afternoon hours on the PSP Network. Scott Catella will have consolation matchups on the PSP Network with a digital radio call. We'll also have the semifinals of the Super A tournament coming up tomorrow as well. Full day coverage there in the main arena at the Event Center. Then tomorrow night, Lane and I will return to the same spot, high on the third floor here at the MSU Dome for the Region 6 Championship. You can also watch 15U girls hockey this weekend from the Pepsi rink at Mesa Arena. That should be a fun weekend of action all the way until Sunday, and then we'll come back next week with the State B tournament. Then if you need me, my phone's probably going to be off, and I might be on an airplane going to Arizona to play some golf, maybe. Might be a good plan. All business tomorrow, however, as we come back for the Region 6 Championship. Final one more time. 67-60. Bishop Ryan takes care of MLS. Until tomorrow night, a big thanks again to all those people listed, all those fine sponsors. For Lane Fleur, I'm Nick Holberg. See you tomorrow at 5:40 for the Shields pregame show. Until then, have a good night and God bless.
Oh, easy, easy. I think I'm good. You got my good side, right? Not too many lights. I don't want to get fried before my time. Oh, it's egg-tastic. You never know what dish you're going to end up in. My dream dish is a 99. It's so popular. Me and a fellow egg tag teaming with some crispy golden hash browns. Have you seen those hash browns? Those guys are shredded. Throw in some diced ham, onions, and melted cheese. Oh, it's a party for your taste buds. Oh, here comes Chevy. Hold on, Chevy. Did you guys get everything that you needed? 99. Here I come. Shots Crossroads. It's an excellent place to eat.